fair. The way I got this group of chicks coming over here. The picture's so vivid and I see it so clear. Said she never touched a girl, but I got her so near. She said she not single, her man is a bum. Probably at home on the game smoking some. He let her out the house half naked, yeah, he dumb. With me you get the whole loaf of bread, he a crumb. Let me tell you something, she said that boy broke. She asked me if I'm like these other dudes, that's a joke. She turned her phone off, she gon' tell him that it broke. I asked her if she gotta go home, she like no. So you know what I'm doing when I'm riding with your main chick. I turned her to a groupie. I'm feeling like the man, you the way I gotta choose it. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a movie. Yeah, we gon' make a movie. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a flick. Now I got her coming from the tongue and the dick. I got her wide open on the cam taking pics. She said that a man never seen her like this. So you know, I don't even gotta move, cause this Patron put her right in the mood. So you know her friend got invited over too. Needed something on their stomach, so I went and got them food. Now that that's done, I had to get them back. Riding in the whip with that thing on my lap. Dude get the trippin' and he getting his ass clapped. But you know, I ain't come for all that, so I got her back. She made it home safe. Told her hit me up next time you wanna play. But it wasn't long, cause I don't gotta wait. Cause this chick hit me up the very next day. So you know what I'm doing when I'm riding with your main chick. I turned her to a groupie. I'm feeling like the man, you the way I gotta choose it. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a movie. Yeah, we gon' make a movie. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a. This is Diddy this is some Diddy content, so I think it's only right. I think it's only right that we start the show off like this, y'all. I think it's only right we do this.
Yeah. Bad boy. Ratchet Gang. Can't stop, won't stop.
Ratchet girls everywhere. If it ain't about no money, Ratchet just don't care. I'm the tall, slim, fly guy. Ladies call me Papa. Better get your girl, cause she probably on my roster.
Ratchet, can you please stop smoking la-la?
JY Trot, I'm a thug, I'm a die-high. I be out in Jersey, pumping Kirby. Yeah, I know you heard me, the girls never curve me. Girls wanna cuff me when I'm in the club, G. No, I know they mans be wanting to slug me. Is it cause I move as smooth as clutch threes? Or be at the bar with too much bubbly? Yo, I think it must be the girls wanna fuck me. Or it's just simply the girls just love me. Brothers wanna fuck my hoes, rock my clothes, live my life. Pull out scraps in my life. I'm like, damn, how them haters get so pissed? Used to be my dog, how he gon' plot on my chick? Do you think he snaked me cause he hate me? Or he got his CBD, cock blocking degree? Quit that. You know your shit whack. Where your chicks at? Where your whips at? Wherever you been, dog, I done been there. Whatever you did, dog, I done did that. Don't knock me cause you're boring. With me, she awake, with you, she snoring. Simply, a lot of men be wanting to end me cause their words just don't offend me. I spend cheese, yeah, about a 10-piece. Then come home to plenty, spoiled Frenchies. You name it, I could claim it. Young, black, and famous, with money like I came from Cambridge. And when you need a hit, who you go and get? Better get sus.
Not a sure bet.
We make hits that'll rearrange a whole set. I got bitches that I ain't even fucked yet.
Bad boy. Can't be faded. Can't stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop. Take that. That's right.
Hey, Hey, know I'm talking about, know I'm talking about, know I'm talking about. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the lights up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the King. Too loyal, know I'm talking about Ratchet TV. Hey, all right, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk, Ratchet Gang. Look, tonight we got to chop it up. Let me turn it down just a little bit. We got to chop it up, man. Look, tonight we got to chop it up about this P. Diddy conversation. We got to chop it up about this Diddy content, man. It's some stuff going on around the scenes, on the scenes, behind the scenes, below the scenes, all around the scenes in the P. Diddy case. And we about to run y'all down through there, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mother effing chat. Man. So what's good, Ratchet Gang? How y'all doing tonight, man? We gonna get into this content. Salute. Oh, shit, there we go. I thought y'all forgot about me from the last stream, man. What up, Leash? Big Leash in the building. Thank you for Leash. Big Leash with the 20 piece. I appreciate you, gang. Salute. There we go. That's how you start off the show with a 20 piece McNugget. All right, that's giving me good vibes. Look, we finna have a good live tonight. So double tap the screen if you want to support the channel in that type of way. If you want to support financially, hey, drop a super chat, super sticker, cash app, $ Ratchet TV. It's all welcome. I appreciate it all. But if anything, just double tap your screen right now. Just double tap your screen. And then let's get these likes up, man. We got content tonight. Tonight, we got content. So, yeah, I took a couple days off. And when I cover the Mo3 case, that ain't working to me. I feel like I'm just shooting free throws at that point. We just shooting free throws. But forget that case right now. We'll get to that another day. And I got some shit for y'all in that case as well. But let's chop it up about this P. Diddy case because we got to get to the T tonight because Diddy might be coming home. What's today? Diddy might be coming home in a little over 2 weeks. Diddy might be coming home on the 25th. I don't know. And I'm telling y'all, they to the point where they're going to have to just let him out. Because the arguments that are being made are very, very easy arguments to win. It's just, you don't understand it when you're looking at it. Because he's going to tell them basically, if I don't get out right now, I want a brand new trial for the 2 charges that I was convicted on. Because I've done my homework and Diddy is a smart motherfucker. Let me tell y'all that Diddy is a smart mother effer. Did I say my disclaimer? Allegedly, and everything I say is alleged. And it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly, y'all. So, we definitely got to chop it up about this P. Diddy shit, man. Salute to Reese Cup says, salute family, let's go. Salute to Reese Cup for the 20 piece. I appreciate you. Salute. Y'all dropping them 20s out tonight. All right, let's go. Salute to I don't like nobody, period. I appreciate you for that. What is that, a 2 piece? I appreciate that 2 piece. Salute. It did not pop up on my other screen. It did not pop up on my other screen, so we'll get back over here. It didn't pop. Oh, there you go. Salute to you. It says Tupac is alive. Oh, we gonna chop it up about Tupac tonight too as well. We got a couple things on the menu with this Diddy case. First of all, we're gonna be sprinkling in a few drip drops here and a few drip drops there of this content. But we gotta talk about Diddy is probably about to come home on the 25th. Now, he's basically telling them, hey, look, the charges I was convicted on, show me where someone paid for actual services and was basically tricking and got sentenced to this shit. Like, it's never, no. Y'all worded my shit wrong. You said prostitution, but no. That's not what I was tried on. With my charges, I should have never even been convicted of prostitution because based on the guidelines of what prostitution is under yours, it clearly shows that was false. On top of that, nobody has ever had the stipulations that I've had. I'm a danger to who? I wasn't even convicted of anything violent. I was convicted of transporting, ex workers or whatever. So Diddy is probably gonna get, because I think he's gonna get sentenced to, this is my thing. I think he was gonna get sentenced to 2 years, 2 to 3 years. I think Diddy's sentencing, he was gonna get a 2-piece or a 3-piece, 3 max. I don't really see him getting over 3 years. I can't see Diddy getting 5 to 7 years. Diddy ain't gonna get, he's not gonna get cooked. and based on how they handled his trial, I was there, so I can speak on this shit. I was there at the trial. I seen Diddy eye to eye. Me and Diddy made eye to eye contact a few times. So I definitely know what the fuck I'm talking about. I done made eye contact with Brian Steele. I done made eye contact with Spiro and all the rest of Diddy's lawyers. I've had conversations with these people. I've talked to Diddy's family. I spoke with everybody that was at that trial. Even at the end of it, you could see how the feds switched up. If you was there at this trial, even getting on the elevator, like the people who worked with, I ain't gonna just call them feds. It was just people in the building. I'm just gonna say certain people within that building started acting real different. It was certain people in that building that just started acting a little bit. They started being real rude, pushing and shoving and arguing, and people was ready to fight. If y'all was watching my live stream, a few people tried to fight me on my live stream after it didn't go their way and how they really anticipated it to go. It was the atmosphere was very weird, but it was, we almost witnessed them like literally just walk somebody down and just falsely accuse them of a whole bunch of shit that they never proved. They literally, this was just a humiliation ritual. That's all it was. This was to embarrass Diddy, and I called it from the jump. I was like, bro, this is a fake case, bro. This ain't real. They're creating the whole thing. I was there watching it. You could see them literally just finessing and creating. They're just bringing in random characters, and it just didn't make, nothing just made sense. It was like, bro, what are we here for? This is a complete waste of time. Certain people got up there like Don Richard. That was, to me, Don Richard had to be top 2 of the worst witnesses that they could have brought up to testify in that case. Like, I don't know what the fuck they thought they were doing with that one. It was a few of them. Let's not get too much into the trial or whatever. We witnessed, well, I witnessed it. Some of us witnessed it. Y'all was kind of there with me because I brought y'all along the way on the trip. So y'all got to kind of see firsthand how a lot of stuff was transpiring in New York. Salute to Jellybean. I think that was you. Yeah, Jellybean. Thank you, RG4L. Thank you for the $10, Jellybean. I appreciate you. Salute. And they put us at 52. They put us at 52. We 48 away. Salute to the game, man. $48 away from a honey bun. Let's go. All right, running out of breath. All right, anyway. So as we proceed to give them what they need, they literally created the whole case, and we witnessed it. So now they're just continuing to keep them locked up just because they didn't get their way. And really, they should have let him out a long time ago. He should have got a bail. He should have fought this case from the free world. He never should have done a lick of day in jail. But now that he has the time served, they're about to sentence him to about 2 or 3 years, and they're gonna let him off with probation, my guess. But now that he wants a new trial, that's basically saying I'm gonna get acquitted of everything. Fuck that. Like, y'all are really trying me right now. The fact that I'm still sitting in here. Come on, fam. Like, this is literally y'all get back because y'all couldn't get y'all way and Cassie couldn't get hers and these people couldn't get their way with me. Everybody tried to break my pockets. They tried to break me down. All right, cool. Y'all exposed some shit about me. Cool. Y'all got that. Y'all got one off. But let's keep it cute. I didn't do a lot of that shit y'all said I did. And a lot of the stuff that people were spilling out in the media didn't even enter the trial. And when the people got up there that said they witnessed things that they said they witnessed, and this stuff never came up at trial, now I'm looking at you kind of like, bro, was you lying the whole time? You know what I'm saying? Don, you definitely said you knew a lot about some minors, and you knew a bunch about this and a bunch about that. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But none of that shit came up in trial. Y'all all said, oh, all the monster shit he did to Kim Porter, but nobody testified in that trial. I mean, not one person said a bad thing about Diddy when it came to Kim Porter. I'm telling you, pull up the transcripts and literally show me. No, every witness that got up there that knew knew Kim Porter and knew Diddy and knew their relationship, they all spoke highly of the way he treated her. None of this shit came out, and like none of it came up in trial. Literally nothing came up except for abusive to Cassie and saying that he was like abusive to women and saying that he did drugs and a lot of ex workers and a lot of freaky stuff. Baby oil was mentioned about 1,000,000 times. Astroglide about 1,000,000 times, and Cassie was mentioned about 1,000,000 times. It was literally Cassie, drugs, and ex-workers and freak offs. That was it. That was the entire trial. And a few sprinkles of maybe, maybe. Then they bring up Kid Cudi and it's like, hold on, why is Kid Cudi up here when this shit happened before the RICO? Like, what does this have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if I'm looking at something that happened in 2009 and the RICO is supposed to start in 2014, that ain't a part of the RICO. So even if he did do it, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, dead ass. I have to take all this out of as a juror. I'm putting myself in the mind frame of a juror. So when I'm hearing about the case, okay, who gives a fuck? That's y'all's personal shit. He should have went to jail for it, but sorry, mama. This ain't that and that ain't this. This is not this wasn't a trial for him being abusive to you. This was a trial about what did he have a RICO enterprise? Then I was like, where the fuck is the rest of the RICO enterprise? Why ain't y'all never went and hemmed up these people? Why is Harv Pierre not in handcuffs? Why he ain't on trial? Why don't he have any co-defendants? You know who his drug plugs was. Why are they not in the RICO? Okay, so we can mention drugs in the RICO. You definitely had a case if you would have done it right. Like you could have spun it, but y'all focused on Cassie so much you fumbled the fucking. I don't know what y'all thought y'all were doing, but it was like horribly displayed. It was like so much shit. Like you didn't bring the drug plug in? You didn't subpoena. Then the crazy part is when I found out when the trial is over, it was the prosecutors. They just didn't subpoena any of these people. They never subpoenaed Harv Pierre. They didn't subpoena KK. They didn't subpoena D-Rock. They didn't subpoena any of the people who could have really had some damaging shit on him. They only subpoenaed people in support of Cassie. Fucked up the case, right? So that brings us to here. Tonight we're going to talk about, is Diddy going to be coming home in a couple weeks? It's very possible Diddy's about to come back home here in a couple weeks. And on top of that, now this is where the fun part comes in, because Diddy's going to beat this portion of it. But trust me, they're not done with Diddy. Diddy's going to escape this, but now here comes the ghost of Tupac Shakur. Here comes the ghost of Tupac Shakur, the ghost of a Notorious Big, the ghost of Kim Porter, the ghost of all of the things that happened around him. They're still coming for what they want. They want Diddy gone. They made it clear. If the feds didn't make one thing clear in that damn case, they want him no matter what. They was willing to lie, steal, and cheat just to get Diddy locked up. And I watched them do it. I seen him do it. Now, facts though, they was willing to lie, steal, and chill. Not lie, steal, and cheat. Whatever the hell I said. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, they was willing to lie, steal, and cheat their way into a RICO with Diddy, and it just didn't happen. So they're gonna go off of now Keefy D. Keefy D is up next. Keefy D is still saying Puffy with the $1 million hit. Keefy D wants Puffy on trial with him. Puffy might end up getting indicted in this Tupac Shakur unaliving. Maybe. If he escapes it, cool for him. But it's looking more and more like they're kind of positioning themselves that when Diddy walks off this one, California is going to try to hit him. And then I'm not sure if Florida is going to hit him or not. I know that I believe California is going to come in for Diddy at some point for some of the crimes that he committed out there, allegedly. And allegedly, it also came up in that trial that Diddy had.
LAPD, like kind of on payroll and some shit like that. He had some police kind of like on payroll, and people was kind of scared of him because he was tied into police, law enforcement, and some shit. But then they was like, no, we can't bring that shit up. And then they kind of excluded that shit. But it definitely was brought up that he could have, you know what I'm saying, he kind of had some friends in law enforcement. Oh shit, Big JoJo is in the building, says salute Ratchet family, love you guys. I love you right back, JoJo. Thank you for the honey bun. She threw a whole honey bun up. Salute to JoJo in the building. Salute, salute, salute. All right. So do y'all think Diddy paid the $1 million hit to take out Tupac? Drop the gems if you, matter of fact, drop the gems if you do, drop the caps if you do not. I'm gonna do a poll right now. Let me drop this poll. Did Diddy unalive Tupac? Hold on, y'all answer that question in the chat while I drop this poll real quick. Give me 1 second. Did Diddy unalive Tupac? Yes, he did. Nope. Wrong guy. All right, what do y'all think, man? Did Puffy unalive? Did he unalive Tupac? Did he have something to do with that shit? I want to know in the chat. Do y'all feel that Diddy unalive Tupac? Was he responsible for Tupac going out the game? Let me know in the chat. We're going to cover that tonight too. So we got 2 portions of the show tonight. We're going to be talking about what Diddy has upcoming for this trial, and then what could possibly be waiting on him on the other side of those gates. Well, right now, he's behind the walls. He's behind the gates of federal prison. So he's going to walk out of federal prison at a certain point. And even if he does not go home on the 25th when he gets sentenced, this is just me. I'm just going to guess that he's going to get sentenced to a OG10, baby. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. I appreciate you. Salute for being a member for over a year. Drop the flowers for OG10, baby. Salute. So, yeah, even if he does get sentenced, I don't think he gets more than 3 years. So he'll be home soon anyway. He ain't cooked. The charges, the guidelines, and he ain't never been in no trouble. He'll only get about 2 or 3 years. And they really was only asking for like 24 months anyway. So 24 to 48 months, some shit like that. So they were asking for 56 months or something, but along the guidelines, they got to sentence him to about 24 to 27 months, somewhere around there. So we'll see. But we'll see how it goes at his bond, not his bond hearing. We'll see at his sentencing. But for now, what does Diddy got waiting after he gets sentenced? Because something is looming. It's coming. Something is coming. Salute to OG10 baby for the $10. I appreciate you, OG10 baby. Salute, salute, salute. Hey, y'all showing out tonight. Y'all must want this Diddy content. All right, so let me get my videos ready. Y'all ready to start this damn show, man? Y'all ready to start this show? Let me know. Let me know if y'all ready to start this show. All right, hold on. Let's see. Is this the one I want to start?
Diddy has it.
All right, yeah. All right, so let's go. Hold on. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Let's get this show started, man. All right. Man. All right. Let's go. All right, my bad. All right, so let's talk about what Diddy got going on right now. And y'all vote on that poll in the chat. Make sure you double tap the screen if you're in the building. Make sure you double tap that screen. Let's go.
Diddy has a new court date set by the judge to try to argue that he wants a full acquittal of his charges, or he wants a new trial on the 2 transportation to engage in prostitute charges. Diddy has submitted a motion to the judge saying that he believes for a lot of different reasons he should either be granted an acquittal of the 2 charges that he was found guilty of, or he thinks that he needs a brand new trial. And instead of the judge totally denying this motion, he did set a court date for September 25th for Diddy and his team and the prosecution to argue back and forth about this. All of this is happening 1 week before Diddy's sentencing hearing is supposed to take place on October 3rd. Some of Diddy's arguments on why he believes he should be granted a new trial or a total acquittal is that he believes that he should have never been charged under the Mann Act, and he basically wants the law rewritten. He doesn't believe he should be charged with this because he never had physical relations with these escorts, and he also is trying to argue that he's typically like a John, and he's not somebody that made money off of these workers. He also said he believes the prosecution didn't even show enough evidence. He believed that they didn't show payments to these escorts for the purposes of physical relations.
And let me stop her right there. They never did. They never showed. And let me also say this. When they did prove that the worker got paid, do y'all know who got caught for paying the escorts? Can anybody in the chat guess when somebody did get caught red-handed, definitely paying for actual favors? Do you know who that person was? Can y'all say it in the chat? Let's see. They said Dundada says Cassie. I see 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 everybody saying Cassie. Cassie definitely was the one paying. And they had every receipt they had was against Cassie. That's why I was like, why is Cassie? Obviously, you gave her what, a proffer agreement? Give us everything you know. In return, you won't get in any trouble. But she was really the one doing everything. Really, she was the one doing everything. Diddy was telling her no half the damn time. But that's a story for another day.
With his girlfriends. He's also trying to say that the freak off videos that he filmed of his girlfriends with these workers is because he's a producer of amateur adult films. Another big thing to note in Diddy's motion to the judge about this, he basically says if the judge does not give him an acquittal of these charges or a brand new trial on these charges, then Diddy is going to put in his appeal to try to get his conviction overturned. You do have to remember that the appeal process is usually not very successful and it takes a long time to get there. So basically, Diddy is trying this route because it's faster than the appeal process, and he's doing it because his sentencing hearing is coming up very soon. So Diddy disagrees with what the jury convicted him of, and he's saying for all of these different reasons, he wants this whole case tossed, or he wants a brand new trial to try to fight these charges all over again. A lot of people are assuming that he might walk away on bail if he does get a new trial, but technically it doesn't happen like that. If Diddy is in fact granted a new trial and not an acquittal, he would have to resubmit a bail package to try to get released on bail. If the judge does decide that Diddy should be given an acquittal on these charges, then yes, Diddy would walk straight out of jail that day. But you got...
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Diddy possibly walking out of that jail on the 25th? September 25th is coming up here in 15 days. So 15 days from now, Diddy can walk right out of that courtroom, right back into the streets of New York. How do y'all feel about that? Should they free Puff? If you want Puffy free, drop the gems. If you do not, drop the eyeballs. If you want Puffy free, drop the gems in the chat. If you do not, drop the eyeballs.
Already know I will be covering this court date on September 25th for this ask for an acquittal or a new trial. And if it doesn't make it that far and he ends up getting denied, I will also be covering the sentencing hearing that happens on October 3rd. We also have an update about the Kane lawsuit filed against Diddy, Harvey Pierre, and a third unknown assailant. She was one of the first people to file a lawsuit after Cassie Ventura filed her lawsuit against Diddy. And she is the woman that claimed at 17 years old, she was flown out to Diddy's recording studio, Daddy's house. She included multiple pictures in this lawsuit, one of her on Diddy's lap and multiple pictures of her inside Daddy's house recording studio. She claimed that she was essayed by Diddy, Harvey Pierre, and a third unknown assailant in Daddy's house studios. The judge residing over this case just determined that some discovery can move forward in this case.
Hold on, I asked y'all, hey, look. If you want Puffy free, drop the gems. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, Reese Cup. If you want Puffy free, drop the gems. If you do not, drop the eyeballs. Everybody participate. Let's go. I want to see the chat filled up. If you want to see Puffy free, drop the gems. If you do not, drop the eyeballs. Let's go.
After Diddy has been arguing, trying to get the discovery paused while he waits for a higher up court to determine if the look back rule can be applied as far back as what this lawsuit is alleging. And this is happening right now with a lot of Diddy's lawsuits where people are claiming things happened years and years ago. And like Kane's case, she is stating that this happened over 20 years ago. But that ended up not working out for Diddy because the judge said that yes, some of this discovery is going to move forward. And we know one of the things that Anna Kane wants done is she wants Diddy deposed, Harvey Pierre deposed, and she also wants to figure out who this third unknown assailant is through discovery.
Who do y'all think the third unknown assailant is? I'm gonna tell y'all who I'm pretty sure I know who it is because I heard behind the scenes. Thank you, Christy Reed. Christy Reed says, free Diddy. Thank you for being a member for a month, Christy. Salute. I know who I believe the third assailant is, and it's somebody, I don't know how his name never got brought up, but I believe I do know who it is. Can anybody tell me who do they think that third assailant is? It's Harv Pierre, P. Diddy, and who? Who is the third assailant? Someone says Stevie J. Anybody else got any guesses? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all got any guesses on who y'all think that third assailant is? I believe I do know who it is. I don't know if none of y'all gonna get it because this name just never got mentioned. There you go, Dundada. Dundada said it. It's Aaron Hall. I believe, okay, Brock said it. Or Book Alter Ego said it. I believe it is definitely Aaron Hall. I'm gonna be real. I believe Aaron Hall. Let's continue.
Right now, we know the judge said that she could take part in a limited discovery, and she is supposed to submit a letter by September 15th stating everything that she wants to basically get started on. For now, y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
What do y'all think about that? P. Diddy said he trying to come home on the 25th, man. He is finna give the judge an offer he bet not refuse, basically. He said, look, you gonna have to, we gotta chop it up, man. I need answers, and I need them motherfuckers quick.
Okay, so we have a hearing date. We're talking all things Diddy trial, Diddy sentencing. On September 25th, Thursday at 11 a.m., the judge is going to hear all the post-trial motions, okay? So we do have a hearing coming up September 25th. I'll be in California, but I will be covered. Now, I just posted a video on Rule 29 and Rule 33, and in the video, like I say, that the judge has to make a decision before sentencing. So someone, I think Mike Law or something like that, corrected me and saying he doesn't have to. And you're right, doesn't have to. But Rule 29 is not a post-sentencing motion, right? So Rule 29 is talking about acquitting based on the lack of evidence. I'm just going to simply put it like that. Now, that's the acquittal. The Rule 33 is for the new trial, right? These are, I'll change my wording, typically done before sentencing. Okay, like, because you have to understand that he is deciding whether the evidence is sufficient enough. Now, remember, for Rule 29 and Rule 33, they have a timeline. There's a time frame in where Diddy's team had to file this. And if the judge is not going to decide, and he's going to decide before sentencing, he has to reserve this for after sentencing. So he still has to say, I am not going to decide on this until after sentencing. So we'll still hear from the judge. And that's kind of more what I meant. I'm not going to go back and forth because I don't like going back and forth, first of all, with people that I don't even know what they look like or where they're getting their sources from. But also, unless I can say without a doubt, and all the research that I did before even making the video, most of them say the same thing, like the judge will make a decision before sentencing. Like you do not, this doesn't typically happen after sentencing. Can it? Sure. But as we can see here, the judge is going to have a hearing September 25th, which was my point.
All right, so to the person that said everybody over here is sick for dropping gems and he's done this and he's done that. Well, why he ain't went to jail for none of the shit you talking about? None of the damn websites have even stuck. I mean, none of the, I said websites. None of the damn lawsuits have even stuck. Have you forgot that? None of the damn lawsuits have even stuck yet, except for Cassie's. He said, if I did some shit, I'm gonna pay you for it. He paid Cassie in 24 hours. Let's continue. Let's talk about Diddy implicated in Tupac's unaliving.
What's up, family? The man charged in Tupac's death claims that Sean Diddy Combs put out a $1 million hit. USA Today's review of previously secret files and court records provide new insight into Diddy's alleged involvement, which he denies, and the violent hip-hop rivalry that preceded it. As members of two California gangs poured out of a Los Angeles boxing match in September 1996. Tupac Shakur, the most famous rapper in the country at the time, sucker punched a rival. The man hit the ground and the mob attacked. Tupac, along with Death Row Records.
Ain't it kind of crazy how this dude kind of looked like Tupac? Or is it just me? Am I tripping, or does Orlando kind of look like Tupac?
Executive Marion Suge Knight and members of the Blood Street Gang beat him until security showed up. The man declined medical treatment and wouldn't tell the police what happened. But he did tell his uncle, Dwayne Keefy D. Davis. Keefy D., a leader of the Crips Street Gang, wanted to help his nephew get revenge. But in a Drug Enforcement Administration report detailing a secret police interview obtained by USA Today and filed in court earlier this year, Keefy D. said he had another reason to go after Tupac and Suge. Sean Diddy Combs had placed a $1 million bounty on the two men's heads. Hours after the beatdown at the hotel, Tupac was shot in a drive-by. He died several days later. Suge was grazed in the head and survived. Keefy D. was charged with Tupac's murder in 2023. The allegation that Diddy had put out hits on Tupac and Suge was highlighted in a filing by Keefy D.'s lawyers later that year. Around the same time, federal investigators targeted Diddy for a host of unrelated crimes. Two more accusations that Diddy was involved in Tupac's death have surfaced in records filed as part of a spate of civil suits against Diddy. That he bragged about ordering the hit and that he may have paid for the rented Cadillac used in the drive-by shooting.
Do y'all believe that Tupac, Diddy is responsible for Tupac? Salute Christy Reed for that $20. I appreciate you, Christy. Salute, salute, salute. Where we at? Hey, we $19 away. Actually, $18 away from $200 a night, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go. $18 away. Do y'all think that do y'all think he took out Tupac and Biggie? Like, are y'all thinking Tupac and Biggie? Tupac and Biggie, or did he just take out Tupac? What are y'all thinking? Let me know in the chat. Did he take out both of them? Because a lot of people seem to think he had something to do with that Biggie shit too. Let's continue.
Tupac's murder and that of rival rapper Biggie Smalls, who was shot in March 1997, have been scrutinized for nearly 3 decades, both in the media and in the courts. The killings have spawned conspiracy theories of cover-ups, hitmen, and cops on gangbangers' payrolls. USA Today's review of the previously secret law enforcement and grand jury files, along with court records and civil cases against Diddy, provide new insight into his suspected involvement in a murder for hire and violent hip-hop rivalry that preceded it. It is important to note that Diddy...
Let's get to the next portion of this. Let's get to the next portion of this, man. Diddy and Tupac. Let's go.
55 has not been charged in connection with Tupac's death and has repeatedly denied his involvement. A spokesperson for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department told USA Today Diddy has never been a suspect in Tupac's murder. In an unrelated federal case, Diddy recently stood trial on charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. In early July, the jury convicted him of 2 prostitution charges, but acquitted him of the more serious racketeering and sex trafficking counts. His sentencing is set for October. Diddy's attorneys have pushed back against the allegations of wrongdoings, which have swirled around him since the federal investigation began. They have filed defamation lawsuits against his accusers and the media, claiming in one that all pretense of objectivity has been abandoned as a global audience feasts at an all-you-can-eat buffet of wild lies and conspiracy theories. In a statement to USA Today, one of Combs' attorneys, Erica Wolf, said, "The jury's not guilty verdict undermined the validity of the civil claims. Mr. Combs' acquittal on the trafficking and RICO charges prove what we have said all along in this case from day one. They are all fabricated attempts to extort windfall payments from an innocent man." So why was Tupac killed? Anything is possible. But I do believe that Pac was actually killed because he crossed that civilian line. I don't think some gang member would have just killed Tupac Shakur, especially a guy who was riding for the streets as hard as he did. Some people say that, you know, hey man, the streets are your worst enemy, man. That's why you shouldn't go back to the hood and all of this. These dudes are some big haters in the hood. Yeah, you know, the hood got its fair share of haters and people who are stuck in their mentality, right? But for the most part, it's been my experience that when you're from the hood and you see somebody who come from where you come from, it's motivation, it's inspiration. Because it lets you know if they can do it, you can do it. At least that was my experience. Man, I was riding for everybody from the hood. Anybody from the hood, man, I'm riding for them. Like, man, I don't care if he's a lawyer, a ball player, a singer, whatever, man. Whatever you do, man, you from the hood, you doing it, man, I'm riding. You know, I'm talking about school teacher, whatever it is, you in construction, you got your own business, man, I'm rooting for you. Yeah.
So what y'all think about that, man? Do y'all think that Diddy should be implicated in Tupac's unaliving? Because Keefy D he's standing stiff on, hey, Diddy definitely he paid for that hit. Now it's alleged that Diddy put up $1 million. It's alleged that Diddy put up $1 million to take out Tupac, and Wolf, he gave the money to Wolf, but Wolf never paid the shooters. Wolf kind of took Diddy's million and, you know, just finessed the game with it. Allegedly, that's what's being said. They said that Diddy paid Wolf $1 million to take out Tupac. It's supposed to be Tupac and Suge. They take out Tupac. He gives them $1 million. Wolf was supposed to pay Keefy D and them boys, but Wolf never got around to paying them. So Diddy really, honestly, kind of didn't pay for the hit because the shooters never got paid, allegedly.
I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world that Diddy Glover is coming home. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is breaking news, goddammit. Pure Bible. Diddy Glover could be released September 24th. Pure Bible. This is insane. Now, y'all know how Diddy Glover has a sentencing October the 3rd? Well, guess what? The judge just granted some shit to where Diddy and Diddy's freak-off attorneys with the prosecutors got to sit down. Like, Diddy's going to be in court. September 24th, he is going to be in court, so I know it's going to be wild outside of there in New York. I got to go back to the freak-off trial. I got my popcorn. This is crazy, guys. Diddy Glover. Oh, my God. This man is going to be free. I'm telling you, they're going to get this man time served. This is what I see happening. Pure Bible. Freak-off Halloween celebration going down.
Y'all think Diddy coming home? Who thinks Diddy is coming home on the 20th? He said 24th, it's 25th. Salute Charger Girl for the $20. Charger Girl says, love y'all gang, RG4L, RIP Pot. RIP to Tupac. Thank you, Charger Girl, for the $20. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. Let's continue.
Guys are so deep and involved in this that Diddy just might be called up on that Tupac.
So we don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
27 years of silence just exploded. Keefy D sits in a federal cell, his immunity deal worthless. While Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, drops a nuclear bomb. Diddy has footage of Tupac's final moments. Not rumors, not speculation. Actual evidence that could destroy an empire built on lies and blood money. While families mourned, moguls profited. While justice waited, secrets multiplied. But cornered animals talk, and Keefy D knows who paid him, who protected him, and who has the most to lose. The streets remember everything. Federal prosecutors forget nothing. 27 years of waiting just became ground zero for hip-hop's biggest reckoning.
But he couldn't survive a second. Rap star Tupac Shakur last night after a brief life in a rough business. He was 25. Here's
27 years. Count them. 27 years of sleeping at night while knowing you got away with something. 27 years of freedom while families mourn. 27 years of thinking you outsmarted everyone. But all good things come to an end. And for Dwayne Keith Davis, Keefy D to his friends, that end came with federal handcuffs and a one-way ticket to a concrete cell.
The man tied to the 1996 Tupac Shakur, already behind bars, was sent.
I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. Keefy D walked around for nearly 3 decades believing he had a golden ticket. He thought his federal agreement was some magical shield that would protect him forever. Wrong. Dead wrong.
We're going to put it out. Hang on. Put that down for a second, all right?
Get the likes up, y'all.
You should have seen his face when it really hit. I'm an American citizen, he kept saying. Like citizenship was going to save him from consequences. I shouldn't be treated like I'm guilty, but here's the thing. When you spend years bragging on podcasts and writing tell-all books, you're not innocent anymore. You're evidence. The federal agents weren't playing games. They let Keefy D talk and talk and talk until he gave them everything they needed to lock him up. His own mouth became his own worst enemy. Every interview, every boast, every "I was there" story became another nail in his coffin. But this is really interesting. Keefy D's arrest isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning. When the street legends get cornered by federal charges, they suddenly remember details they forgot for decades. They remember who paid them. They remember who protected them. They remember who has the most to lose. And right now, Keefy D is sitting in that cell probably thinking about all the powerful people who benefited from his silence. All the
What do y'all think, man? I don't know. It's alleged that Diddy's he might end up going down for this Tupac hit. Laretha Brown, thank you for the $10. I appreciate you. Salute. And I seen some people saying they think Diddy about to get time served. Look, man, he might end up getting time served, but I think he would have to wait till sentencing for that. We'll see, though.
Patriots, this just in, the judge has issued a very rare warning where Thursday, September 25th, he will now hear both sides of post-trial motions for the diddler. The diddler, I have been told, there is now a chance that he could be released early before sentencing, and that this does not happen very often, that a judge, October 3rd is right around the corner. So the fact that the judge has issued this, has opened it up, this is insane, Patriots. I am now trying to figure out how to get to New York on Thursday, September 25th at 11 a.m. at Daniel Patrick Moynihan Court Building, because the diddler will be in court. The government will be there and all of the lawyers. I thought it was going to be October 3rd. We had some time to, make some money. So if you guys would like to support in sending me back, please help me, let me know. I have to be there to give you guys this final chapter of the diddler trial. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is hot off the press. Secret Service Samuel Sampson for president of TikTok.
What do y'all think about that, man? Secret Service Sam, everyone's anticipating Diddy walking out them doors. Everybody is starting to anticipate Diddy getting ready to walk out them damn doors.
The Diddy prosecution just dropped a major bombshell today. Well, a lot of things actually happened today, but let's talk about this first one. Victim number 5 has been introduced. She's been kept under wraps. She's willing to testify using her real name, not an alias, not her initials. And what she has to talk about isn't even part of the official charges. Let's get into why. Basically, the purpose of this witness number 5 is to show a pattern of abuse and violence that was orchestrated by Diddy. Now, at the same time, witness number 3 is still missing. And by missing, I mean that they can't get a hold of her. She has no interest in testifying. They've subpoenaed her, and she is just not responding. We know that she is an ex, but that's about all we know. Now, on the defense side, Diddy's team is trying to flip the script on Cassie, who is going to be one of the first people to testify, basically saying that she was equally as violent as Diddy was in that video, and they say that they have video from 2016 to back those statements up. And speaking of Cassie, there was a photo from 2005 that prosecution wants in and defense wants out. Now, the reason for this is that prosecution is arguing that this shows how happy Cassie was before everything happened with Diddy and how this has truly impacted her life. Now, the judge sided with prosecution, said that this photo is still allowed. And if all of that wasn't enough, out of the 45 jurors they had going in from Wednesday, 2 of them have already dropped out, bringing that number to 43, and they decided to do final jury selection, not today like they were.
So what happened with the witnesses, y'all? because we know who witness number 3 was. Some of these witnesses disappeared. Some of these witnesses allegedly got paid off. Allegedly.
All this so-called friend, see, he gotta wake up now. All who were toasting that glass with him, ain't nobody say nothing for him.
Not a single person.
Ain't nobody say nothing for him.
Guys, Boosie just dropped the most shocking truth about why Jay-Z is walking free while Diddy sits in jail. And trust me, it's not what you think. What I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see this whole situation. What's up, everyone? While everyone's focused on Diddy's downfall, Boosie's revealing the real mastermind who may have orchestrated everything from the shadows. And honestly, when you hear this theory, it's going to blow your mind. In this video, you're going to discover how Jay-Z allegedly played chess while Diddy played checkers. The 3 key moves that kept Jay-Z completely untouchable, why industry insiders say this conspiracy goes deeper than anyone imagined, and most importantly, how he ultimately got away with it all. So buckle up, because this is about to get crazy. Before we dive into Boosie's explosive claims, let me catch you up real quick on what's happening right now. Diddy is currently sitting in jail facing serious RICO charges. The man got denied bail 3 times and is potentially facing life in prison. But here's what's wild. He recently got found not guilty on most of the serious charges. According to reports, Diddy is facing life in prison for basically doing what every other entertainer has done.
Diddy is currently in jail. He did his 3rd plea deal attempt, and the judge was supposed to rule
Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up.
on it today, but he needs to go over the evidence, so he's going to rule on it, I believe.
Do y'all believe Jay-Z is behind this whole shit? I ain't gonna lie, that is a strong, powerful motherfucker. Boy, I'm not playing that name, Jay-Z, bro. When you mention that name, there's a lot of smoke that comes with Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That name is a powerful name.
Next week. But you actually spoke on this. When you talk about Diddy, you said, I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done.
That's facts, though. All the entertainers are doing that weird shit.
Blue bitches out for some threesomes. He just freakier. We actually go call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex. That's the case. Few were flued out.
Do y'all agree with that statement? That most of the entertainers are doing that? Chocolate Queen, thank you for the $20. Salute, Chocolate Queen.
Or you had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. That's the case that 8% of the women reading this and trafficking. Hell nah. You're a celebrity. You gotta fly pussy in. How much you gonna get pussy? You're never in one place. When I saw that video, I was
Look how Boosie looking at him.
pissed off at the dude like he really got a problem of facing life in prison for basically doing what so many other entertainers done.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Boosie was extremely happy about Diddy's not guilty verdict, and honestly, that caught my attention. Why? Because Boosie has been protecting Diddy from the very start with an unusual level of loyalty that raises some serious questions about his motivations.
Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. Diddy, sit your down somewhere. That's what you need to do. Grab Stevie J in your chair.
But now Boosie is...
Did he say grab Stevie J and your children and go... Wait, why the fuck would you tell him to grab Stevie J? And they say, look, man, Puff, I'm glad you free, man. Sit your ass down. Go grab Stevie J and your kid. Why would you say that? Why the fuck would he grab Stevie J and the kids? What the hell?
Is allegedly calling out Jay-Z for framing Diddy. And guys, when I tell you this connects to some dark stuff, I mean it.
I feel like Diddy has the best chance of beating his case.
Me too. I don't like to see a black man just brought down like that.
Don't get up here and try to salt the man down. Tell the truth. Did he go in your tonight?
See, Jay-Z and Diddy have had a decades-long friendship. Both of them have been connected to controversial figures like R. Kelly. According to sources, Jay-Z has had a few rumors himself, and he and Diddy go way back.
Here's the thing, Jay-Z and Diddy go way back, like back to the days when they were both coming up. So you could say they might just have a lot of respect for each other. But on the other hand, people are like, well, if you've known each other that long, Jay-Z, you must have known what Diddy was on. Jay-Z has always had a history of keeping quiet.
But here's the kicker. Jay-Z was actually the first person named in the Diddy lawsuit. Allegedly, he and Diddy did some evil deeds with a 15-year-old girl. That's some serious allegations right there.
Here we go. Jay-Z was the first celebrity name to be dropped in the Diddy lawsuit. Initially, the lawsuit was filed in October, but was refiled today.
Y'all remember how that played out? Whenever Jay-Z's name got mentioned, then the whole case kind of did a shift and they didn't have no evidence no more. Once Jay-Z and Beyonce and them got mentioned, everything, oh no, you know what? We lost it. We don't got no, there are no freak off tapes. There are no tapes. We got Cassie. That's it. Y'all do know that, right? The only tapes they had were of Cassie, and I think what was it? 50 Cent BM, that chick. Those are only two girls, and those are only two girls in the case. They only had videos of those two girls. That was it, literally.
New York using Jay-Z's full name. According to the victim, Jay-Z and Diddy took turns assaulting her at an after party at the 2000 VMAs. The victim claims when she was 13, she had a friend drop her off at Radio City Music Hall because she wanted to get into the 2000 VMAs. In an effort to gain entry, she started talking to these random limo drivers, one of which was Diddy's. Diddy's driver told her that Diddy liked young girls and he couldn't get her into the VMAs, but he could get her into the after party. She says the driver took her to a big white house with a circle drive. She got out, she was forced to sign an NDA at 13 years old, was given a drink which made her feel very woozy.
And lawyers are promising to reveal eyebrow-raising names while industry insiders are finally breaking their silence.
Remember, they was like, man, there's gonna be so many high-profile names mentioned in this Diddy trial, man. Every celebrity finna get mentioned. Hollywood is going down. They didn't come with anything. Like, the case was literally, they said we got mountains of evidence on Diddy. Man, they didn't have shit. I was just like, bro, what in the hell is this?
They're saying the day will come when they will name names that will shock everyone.
There would be some eyebrow-raising names, which is why people think Jay-Z is involved. Diddy and Jay-Z have been friends since the 90s, when they were both growing up in the music industry. They even collaborated on a track in 1997. On top of that, these two were connected to Aaliyah and R. Kelly, who were married when Aaliyah was only 15. Dame Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z, and dated Aaliyah when she was actually of age.
There was even a viral TikTok video showing screenshots of names who attended Diddy parties. Now, it's TikTok, so take it with a grain of salt, but I can tell you, each person on that list has actually met Diddy at some point during gatherings. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed how quiet Jay-Z has been throughout this entire Diddy situation? While everyone else is talking, Jay-Z has basically vanished into thin air. And that's not an accident, folks. 50 Cent picked up on this pattern too. He's been noting who's talking versus who's hiding. 50 even made a joke and posted a picture of Jay-Z on his Instagram, writing in the caption that nobody has seen Jay-Z, and reminded everyone it was posted during the Diddy trial. As 50 put it, Jay ain't been answering his phone.
50 Cent is saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce have fled the coop. They are nowhere to be found. Even went as far as putting this image of Jay-Z on a milk carton, asking if anybody has seen.
50 Cent also reacted on the Big Boy TV podcast about Jay-Z's involvement with the Diddy case. And let me tell you, he wasn't holding back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play the damn ending of that. I ain't gonna play the ending of that with the music shit, but yeah, Diddy most definitely. And I think, you know what I do think? I think 50 Cent, Baby Mama got mentioned in that shit. I think Jay-Z definitely played a part in that. I definitely think Jay-Z played a big part in 50 Cent, Baby Mama getting outed like that. I think that was all Jay-Z.
According to industry insiders, a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
They also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participate.
Think about it logically. If you're innocent, wouldn't you speak up? Wouldn't you defend yourself? But if you're guilty, you stay as quiet as possible and hope the storm passes. Jay-Z's calculated silence isn't just protective, it's strategic. While Diddy had a more public persona that made him an easy target, Jay-Z has mastered the art of staying in the shadows. Now this is where Boosie's theory gets really wild. And honestly, it's starting to make sense when you look at the timeline. According to Boosie, Cassie was jealous that Young Miami was getting the money and all of Diddy's attention.
That's facts, though. Let's rewind. This is facts, though. This came out in trial, too. This was more about jealousy than anything. These girls were really upset about this Young Miami shit. Even 50 Cent Baby Mama got up there and was like, man, look, I was pissed off about that. I was pissed off about this. It was more about the jealousy of other women than it was about what he was actually like. Do you really feel like you was a victim of some shit, or do you feel like you're just mad because he's doing this shit with other women now, and now you're kind of upset because he kind of played you, so now you kind of moving the goalpost? And it kind of seemed like they were just up there moving the goalpost. I'm gonna be real. It just started to seem like these girls was just up there because they was mad about Young Miami. It was a a Me Too movement based on Young Miami. Let's continue.
Now, this is where Boosie's theory gets really wild, and honestly, it's starting to make sense when you look at the timeline. According to Boosie, Cassie was jealous that Young Miami was getting the money and all of Diddy's attention. Cassie was supposedly jealous that she messed up by dumping Diddy, and she came back for the money when she had no other options left. DJ Vlad and Boosie agreed on something important. Lawyers like Tony Busby try to extort money from people like Diddy. They claim there were over 100 people hurt by Diddy, but when it came to court, they couldn't present even one case.
And that's exactly what I'm telling y'all. They had 120 something victims that they narrowed it down to. Not one fucking victim was on that trial. Was at that trial. Not one victim was on that witness stand. Where the fuck was Jaguar Wright and Ali Carter? They was leading the way for these. And I told y'all this in the beginning. I said, fam, Jaguar Wright is ushering in girls to roster root their way through the game. She's trying to teach these girls how to finesse the game and lie and steal and cheat your way to the top. Now look at everybody that came along. Them people are no longer here no more. Look around the room.
Boosie calls it exactly what it is, a setup.
Hey man, listen, you and I have been through bullshit lawsuits. We know how this works.
They knew what was going on too. Vlad and Boosie definitely knew what was going on.
You know that there's lawyers like Tony Busby. They'll just grab a person out of thin air that you may have met once or twice.
So they just grab these motherfuckers. Like, you took a picture with Boosie? Oh, you can sue him, definitely.
And that was my whole point. You're saying that 100 people that you're representing were drugged and raped by
R-worded.
by Diddy. 100 people. When it went to court, they couldn't find anyone drugged and raped by Diddy.
R-worded.
Including Cassie.
They built this, man. They extorted a black man, bro.
And this is another reason why Boosie's in a lot of trouble. He won't stop running his mouth either.
Built, bro. That is extortion, bro.
The jealousy factor is real, guys. Boosie explained how Cassie got jealous of Young Miami's treatment by Diddy.
And Young Miami?
What about Young Miami?
She's the nucleus.
He says she's the main reason why all this shit is going on. Young Miami. Do y'all agree with that? Chat, do y'all agree that this case was more about Young Miami and Diddy than anything? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all feel like Young Miami is responsible for this shit?
He's the nucleus?
She's the nucleus.
Why is that?
She made everybody mad.
She was getting $400K a month too. That's what I heard too. They was mad about that damn money. Everybody heard that $400K she was getting.
She was the tip and iceberg when they gave that little, y'all. You don't look at Diddy was with them Asians and all that.
Keep it a buck, gang. Boosie, he on to something right now. He on to something.
When he went and got that hood magnet.
And then Boosie drops this bomb about the woman scorned dynamic. He said Cassie got jealous of Young Miami, and that's a woman scorned, wanting to get his ass.
You heard the other one say, I got jealous of Young Miami. Young Miami fucked them hoes up. And that bitch with the thing for her man.
Yep, that's when she had that poppy. And he mentioned Cassie, and at that point, that's when Cassie threw the fucking table. When Diddy got up there and mentioned Cassie while Young Miami was flaunting him in the chat, oh, that was it. That was the tip of the damn iceberg right there. She was hot and heated about that shit.
Got the thing for her man. That woman scorn? You can't see that's scoring that bitch. I just met her and you done gave her all this. I've been down 9-10 years. That's a woman scoring. Mom, Young Miami fine ass up there. On show.
Yep, and then she got that Revo show, got all the money, got the shows, she got all the accolades that they ever wanted.
Shit together. Make better music than you.
Winning awards.
Oh yeah, and it definitely was about the music too. And she was winning awards. Her music was way better than Cassie's shit. It's just me and you. I don't even know none of the damn words, but she couldn't sing for shit, boy. Cassie, she was just a beautiful girl, but just could not sing for shit. Tell me if you like it.
Winning award
that she didn't deserve.
At the award show. My man. Cassie never got a show.
No.
A woman scorned.
I believe it.
And you know what?
So Cassie never got a show. She was a woman scorned.
The man said, damn, baby, he got her a show. He couldn't even get you a coffee shop.
But here's the part that'll make your jaw drop. The timing of all this was strategic. When Diddy was at his lowest point, Cassie and her husband were struggling financially. Boosie claims they were at their lowest and devised a plan.
They was at their lowest and they devised a.
And her husband was broke. He definitely needed a payday. Her husband definitely needed a payday.
And Boosie's not holding back about Cassie's ultimate goal. According to him, Cassie just wants Diddy dead and calls her one of the dirtiest women.
Cassie just wants him dead. She wants him dead and she wants to see him get killed.
That's one of the dirtiest women that gonna ever come across.
Do y'all agree with that statement? Boosie said Cassie is one of the dirtiest women you could ever come across.
This shows how personal relationships can be weaponized at exactly the right moment. It's emotional manipulation at its finest, and it positions Cassie as a key player in what might be a much bigger game. Here's where this gets really deep, and honestly, it's kind of scary when you think about it. Jay-Z has historical connections to some seriously controversial figures. We're talking R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, people who ended up in major trouble. But here's the thing, there's a difference between knowing someone and taking action when you know something's wrong. According to sources, people see Jay-Z in pictures with R. Kelly. And if you've known each other that long, you must have known what was going on.
Jay-Z and R. Kelly most definitely know what the fuck going on. Jay-Z and R. Kelly, they was thick as thieves at one point.
Like speculation. People see Jay-Z in a picture of R. Kelly, they're like, I guess they both make music. Then Jay-Z with Harvey Weinstein. People are like, I guess they both do business. Then, of course, Jay-Z with Diddy. Now, hold on. Here's the thing. Jay-Z and Diddy go way back. Like back to the days when they were both coming up. So you could say they might just have a lot of respect for each other.
Y'all remember when Diddy said, only two people in this world can call me Sean. My mom and Jay-Z. He said, can't nobody else call me Sean in this world. Only people that can call me Sean is my mom and Jay-Z.
On the other hand, people are like, well, if you've known each other that long, Jay-Z, you must have known what Diddy was on.
But Jay-Z has an advantage that Diddy never had. Industry insiders say Jay-Z is not sloppy, so he would be tough to catch. But the FBI is pretty good at their jobs.
Diddy's sloppy. He was bound to get caught. Jay-Z, not sloppy. So he would be a tough one to catch. But on the other hand, the FBI is pretty good at their job.
Here's where industry insider Jaguar Wright comes in with some explosive allegations. She's exposing protection systems that most people don't even know exist. According to her, Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter. And she questions how Jay-Z sits down with Gayle King.
Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly?
This exposes how the system works, folks. Certain figures get systematic protection while others become scapegoats. It reveals the real power dynamics in the industry that most of us never see. This is Boosie's most explosive theory about Jay-Z's ultimate strategy. And when you hear this, everything else starts to make sense. Boosie believes Jay-Z used resources to redirect attention and control the narrative. According to him, this was all built up as extortion against a black man.
Including Cassie.
They built this, man. This is built. They extorted a black man, bro. This is built, bro. That is extortion, bro.
Look, I called it.
So that's just borderline extortion. Extortion.
You watch an interview I did right before the trial.
Black, it's extortion.
But the strategic distancing is what really gets me. The timing of Jay-Z's moves, his hibernation strategy, staying completely out of the public eye. Even 50 Cent posted on his Instagram that Jay-Z is keeping silent to save himself. He said Jay is in hibernation and ain't coming outside till this situation with Puff blows over. And here's what really connects everything together. Cat Williams called this out as a prediction that soon all lies would be exposed. He said all these big deviants, it's up for all of them, and all lies will be exposed.
It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all.
Boosie's theory details specific tactics Jay-Z allegedly used to escape while Diddy took the fall. It's like watching a master chess player sacrifice a piece to protect the king. So there you have it, Boosie's explosive theory about how Jay-Z allegedly outsmarted Diddy and got away with it all. From the strategic silence tactic to the Cassie connection, from the industry protection racket to the master chess move, every piece fits together in a way that's honestly pretty disturbing. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Boosie's theory holds water, or is this just industry drama? What other industry secrets do you think are about to come to light? Because if Boosie's right about this, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. The implications go way deeper than just Diddy and Jay-Z. This could expose an entire system that's been protecting certain people while destroying others. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time when we dive even deeper into the industry's darkest secrets. Trust me.
Man. So, have y'all noticed though, they're like prepping us for all this shit, man. Like the stuff that's starting to come out about some people, like when you see the Go Yayo thing, and it's almost like people are already accepting of everything. You know what I'm saying? So like the Go Yayo thing was horrible, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like we're watching a day and age where men are going viral for wearing the prettiest dresses that they can wear to the mall around Atlanta and shit like that. Like, and these like teenage kids. Y'all seen them boys that like going viral and they just keep wearing skirts and shit like that and blouses. And I don't know what the hell this day and age got going on, fam. I have no idea. I can't call it, but we in a different time, man. I ain't gonna let this might be the end of times, bro. Because if we ain't never seen the end of times, they looking like they more near than ever.
Ever wonder why certain celebrities never seem to be at Diddy's famous parties? Turns out it wasn't because they weren't invited.
If you can't, I mean, my small, but I can still see it. But when you can't, what I'm saying is...
From Cat Williams rejecting $50 million 4 times to Eminem, literally calling Diddy a freaky ass nigga, some stars were clapping in these parties while others were getting clapped themselves.
They had a recording of Meek and Diddy
making love?
I don't know if it was love.
Yeah, okay, you have it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing the that audio, but
Wait, you didn't hear this? No! Does that sound authentic?
that was I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that was really Diddy and Meek? Let me know in the chat. Was that really Diddy and Meek clapping cheeks? Let me know in the chat.
It absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just really give it a good listen.
They saw something the rest of us missed until now. Because when 50 Cent starts warning young artists to stay away from someone's freaky parties, you know there's more to the story than champagne and networking. So who are these celebs who said no to the Diddy party invitation, and why this invitation card is making rounds on the internet? Let's get straight into the video. So Cat Williams, you know, the guy who never met a controversial topic he wouldn't tackle, decided to confess that had everyone choking on their drinks. This man straight up admitted he turned down $50 million. Not once, not twice, but 4 different times. And his reason? To protect his integrity and keep his hole safe.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy didn't want to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. Yeah. I did. Stand to the receipt for every day I'm telling you. That's why I just said.
Now listen, when someone's willing to walk away from life-changing money multiple times, that's not just having principles, that's having inside information.
Now, do you guys got principles to where you would you take the 50 M's, or would you do something strange for a piece? Like, would you do something strange for a piece of change and take the 50 M's, or would you be like, nah, man, ain't no money worth. Nah, I'm cool. Would you walk away or take the money? What are you doing, chat? 50 million. You walking away or taking the money? You partying with Puff for 50 million? And I'm talking about not just like party with him. I'm talking about party like he told Fab. See, I'll hit up a Diddy party. I won't go to one of that. When they start doing that weird shit, I'm gone. But hell no. Nah. Would you go party with Puff for 50 million, Chad? Yes or no?
Cat basically told the world, you gotta say no when Diddy invites you to one of his parties. It's not just a regular party. The way he said it, like he was warning people away from a house fire they couldn't see yet. But apparently, Ice Cube had already been playing it smart for years. Now, Ice Cube kept it simple and devastating. During an interview, he just flat out said, I've never attended a Diddy party.
Almost 40 years. Rocking the mic. And I'm gonna tell you right now, me and Dub C ain't never been to a Diddy party, motherfucker.
No explanation, no elaborate excuse, just pure, unfiltered nope in his tone, like he was proud of dodging that bullet. But if you thought that was direct, wait until you hear what Eminem buried in his lyrics. So Eminem, the master of saying what others won't, decided to get creative with his shade. In a diss track, he called Diddy a rapper instead of a rapper. Yeah, you heard that right.
Diddy, get it? That's crazy. There was an Eminem bar, Eminem song. He calls himself a rapper with R-A-P-E-R. Oh, he wouldn't leave out the other P, did he? Oh, so R-A-P-E-R. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out the P, did he? So R-A-P-E-R, not rapper. Yeah, obviously. Got so many essays. Wait, he says I have so many S8. Like, why'd you move that way? Oh, for the kids. Alright, so he's calling out that he knows about something else going down at these Diddy parties.
He also dropped the line about knowing something else is happening at Diddy's parties that the public doesn't see. When Eminem, the guy who built his career on calling out everyone, starts hinting at dark secrets, you better believe people were listening. But while Eminem was dropping cryptic bars, 50 Cent was about to blow the whole thing wide open. Now, 50 Cent didn't just decline Diddy's invites, he made it his personal mission to warn everyone else.
Man. What do y'all think about this crazy ass industry shit? There's some crazy stuff going on in the industry.
Now,
man.
50 Cent didn't just decline Diddy's invites, he made it his personal mission to warn everyone else. This man said Diddy do it, and had people questioning everything they thought they knew.
Did he do it, right? You've been heavy on social media about it.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. Let's go double tap your screen. Let's get it to 600 likes.
So a lot of the celebrity culture, if you don't understand anything, is because they participate.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
He's saying that all the celebrities was participating in the same shit.
We don't like freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff.
He said all that freaky stuff they into, I'm not into none of that freaky shit, man.
A little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
50 straight up admitted, I never went to those parties because I wasn't into the freaky things that were going on. He called himself basic and normal compared to what was happening behind those doors. And the kicker, he said other celebrities were scared to speak up because they were part of it. Well, we know who these celebs are, but before I name them, I want to talk about an artist who not only declined Diddy party invitation, but his song, She Knows, broke the entire internet for having cryptic lyrics in it. So, J. Cole's evolution from Diddy fan to distant observer tells a whole story in just a few lyrics. In one of his songs, he mentioned that his last fight was with Puff Daddy and explained how he used to look up to him.
When J. Cole said this about Diddy.
My last scrap was with Puff Daddy.
Yeah, I don't want to play the damn music, so he definitely did dig into a fight with Puff. I don't know if a lot of people remember that, but J. Cole and Diddy did get into a fight. I heard Diddy whooped his ass.
Rapper was Puff. Back then I ain't know now I know too much.
But then came the line that hit differently. Now I know too much. That's not the kind of thing you say about someone unless you've seen behind the curtain and didn't like what was there. J. Cole never confirmed attending any parties, and based on his lyrics, it seems like he made the smart choice to keep his distance. Now, you might be wondering and saying, but Eric's, J. Cole is known for keeping his distance from controversial celebs like Diddy, right? Well, that's not only the case for J. Cole, because when it comes to keeping distance from Diddy, I guess Harry Styles tops that list. Now, during his One Direction days, Harry Styles made a choice that probably saved him years of headaches.
In your interview earlier, you met P. Diddy and Jay-Z. Is that the coolest moment? Is that the coolest moment?
Well, these two went for gangster party. Yeah, full of watches and bitches.
I just went for a quiet dinner, so I didn't meet P. Diddy so much.
While the rest of his bandmates went to meet Diddy at a party, Harry chose to go to a quiet dinner instead. One small decision that meant he never crossed paths with all this chaos. And Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey managed to make declining Diddy's invites sound like a comedy bit, but the message underneath was crystal clear.
You should party with me for your birthday, man. We party for my birthday before. You came to my party. You know me, you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother, eyes.
Diddy wants to party, but you gotta tell him no.
Oh yeah, well you do gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no. Take that.
In a lighthearted interview, he joked about having to say no when Diddy personally invited him to his birthday party. Jim laughed about it, but the subtext was serious. He's never been to any of Diddy's parties, and he's perfectly fine keeping it that way. When comedians start turning your party invites into punchlines, that's probably not the kind of press you want, So, what do you think? Were these celebrities just lucky with their timing? Or did they have some serious foresight about what was really going down? Do you believe their choices were based on foresight, personal values, or simply different social circles? How do these individual decisions reflect broader shifts in celebrity culture?
Man, that boy Meek went out sad. Boy, that boy Meek Mill went out sad AF, didn't he?
What's up, family? Diddy's twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie, pulled up at a fashion show at an LA nightclub and shut it down. I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the uncivilized mutts that keeps picking on these girls. These are two of the few girls on the internet who actually minds their own business, who is not on the internet caught up in scandals, caught up disrespecting people, including their own parents. Why are these uncivilized mutts so dead set on trying to disparage these girls? I get it, man. You don't like Diddy. I get it. But why take it out on his daughters? What did his daughters do to you? Oh, they ain't nothing but some HO. Yeah, call her girl HDs and all kinds of stuff. Even when they graduated high school, and even when they went to prom, they were going in on them, like going in. I wish there was a way to smack the hell out of some of them, like all of them. I don't know why I say some of them, all of them. I wish I could just send out a collective coward. You know what I mean? Gotta be cowards or some dudes that got girls in them. Gotta be. To be so preoccupied with those girls. Because it's mostly in the comments, it's mostly dudes who are attacking them. It's not even women. It's some women, you can chalk it up to whatever. But it's the dudes. That's the trip part. It's almost like they're just looking for a target. They don't care if it's Diddy's daughters or anybody else's daughters. They're just looking for targets. Female targets. The trip part about it is a lot of these dudes that hate women, they want to have sex with them. They want to have sex with them. So this is what, so I surmise that perhaps they can't get the type of women they want. Or maybe they can get them, but they can't keep them. They can't get.
What do y'all think about that? People attacking Diddy's daughters for their success based on the fact that they just don't like Diddy. What do y'all think about that, man?
Right. And so, rather than uplift them or even just casually admire them, they attack them. What's his name? Was it Jack the Ripper? Was purportedly this type of cat. He had a problem with women, and wasn't a bad looking guy, but had a problem with women. So instead of him trying to get some type of therapy or something, or just staying away from women, he befriended them and attacked them and murdered them. A lot of these dudes out here who are in relationships with women who hit women, You know, they beat on women. They have a hang up. They really hate women. But the way their body is made up, you know, it's designed to, you know, to want the touch of a woman, right? You know, it's designed to need that affection from a woman. That's the way the body is designed. But the brain has been jaded. It's been contaminated. And so some of these dudes, they have really bad experiences with women and they don't know how to control their emotions. They don't know how to cope with rejection and disappointment. If a woman does something that they don't like, they don't even know how to express themselves. They act out. They hop on the internet and they just talk about women all day, just disparage women all day long. That's what they do. It's the damnedest thing. But these girls, in particular, they mind their own business. All they do is go about life. Even though their daddy right now is facing prison time, he's fighting for a new trial in this federal case that was resolved, I guess, to an extent because he did get a verdict in the case. They're still moving forward in life, you know? Dad is going through some things and they're still being supportive of their dad. They showed up in court and everything, but they're still living their life. They're not sitting around in the corner, you know, crying and depressed. I'm sure they're very concerned. They're not walking around moping. Neither are his other kids, who, by the way, showed up to support their sisters. I like that, man. I like that. You know, this family thing is false.
So, you know, Diddy and them big on the family aspect, and everybody's supporting each other right now, but a lot of people trying to tear the Combs family apart, man. So, hey, what do y'all think about that in the chat, man? I don't think it's right. Leave the little girls alone, man. Let them live their life. They're still young, man. Let them live their life, man.
He still has more stuff to worry about than just his sentencing hearing coming up for the charges that he was found guilty of, because he is also still fighting over 80 civil lawsuits that have been filed against him. And now one of the claimants in one of those civil lawsuits wants Diddy deposed, which means this person wants Diddy to testify under oath out of court, and they want to ask him a bunch of questions to help with discovery before this case goes to trial. And this person that is ready to have Diddy deposed is none other than Anna Kane. If you remember, she was a Jane Doe who was one of the first lawsuits filed after Cassie Ventura filed her lawsuit, who claims that she was only 17 years old and she was essayed by Diddy. And she included these pictures of her sitting on Diddy's lap in her lawsuit. She also included other pictures of her inside Diddy's recording studio at the time, Daddy's house. Now, in Anna Kane's lawsuit, she's not just filing this against Diddy. She also filed it against Harvey Pierre and another unidentified male that she doesn't know the name of, saying that they all essayed her. And it's not just Diddy she wants deposed. She also wants Harvey Pierre deposed, and she also wants the unidentified man deposed as well. She's hoping in this discovery phase she will be able to figure out who this third assailant was. Now, the thing about Anna Kane's lawsuit and a lot of other lawsuits is that she alleges that this incident happened 20 years ago. And right now, a few cases that are filed against Diddy are given a stay by the judge, meaning they're basically paused while they wait for the Second Circuit Court to make a decision if the look back period is actually able to look back that far. Now, yesterday, Anna Kane's lawyers and Diddy's lawyers had court because they want discovery to happen while they're waiting for the Second Circuit Court to give their opinion about the look back law. Anna Kane's lawyers are saying hopefully by the end of discovery, they may know if the Second Circuit Court has came to a determination on this. Anna Kane's lawyers say, "We have a Doe defendant here, the third assailant. We need discovery to find out who they are." The judge says, "What does discovery look like? There are many allegations against Mr. Combs."
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all believe Anna Kane's lawsuit? Do you believe, if you do believe her lawsuit, drop the gems. If you do not believe her lawsuit, drop the caps. Let me know in the chat. That was the one that was sitting on his lap at the studio. Now, do you guys believe Diddy SA'd that lady? Do you believe her lawsuit is going to be true? Do you believe what you've seen in that lawsuit? If you do believe what you've seen, if you have seen it, drop the gems. If you do not believe her, drop the caps. Let me know in the chat.
Similar acts are likely to be admissible here. It's unclear how many of the other victims we would seek to depose, but Mr. Combs, Mr. Pierre, and the third assailant, once identified, we aim to depose. The judge then says, what about some discovery now and a subset some later? And Anna Kane's lawyer argues that a pause would hurt. There may be 100 or more victims of Mr. Combs, but we will not depose all of them, maybe 7 to start. The judge said, could you limit by time frame? And Anna Kane's lawyer said, don't want to limit yet, under 415. This happened in 2003, and we'd say the time frames of victims we want to depose is from 2000 to 2010. If there's any chance of settling this case, we need to access the other complainants. How many could testify? So discovery would help. Diddy's lawyers then say, is this case different than the other 12? Basically saying the ones that are stayed waiting for the Second Circuit Court to give their opinion. The issue of whether these claims are timely is pending at the Court of Appeals. We're mindful of judicial resources. Absent the gender-motivated violence look back, this is not timely. Your Honor disagreed with Judge Kaplan. Now it's at the Second Circuit. This plaintiff sued 20 years after the fact. The evidence was already stale, so the prejudice to plaintiff is not real. Discovery would be invasive. Then it may be decided that the case is invalid. So Diddy's team is basically arguing that they feel like discovery is not needed before waiting to see if it's actually going to be able to move forward to trial. The judge said, I didn't stay in the Doe versus Black case. There was no stay on revealing the plaintiff's identity. Tell me how you would be prejudiced. We haven't talked. Based on his preview, we'll have significant disagreements about the scope. This is, he said, she said, from 2003. And then Diddy's lawyers state once again they believe it's invasive for discovery to happen when they believe that they'll find that the New York law look-back period is preempted. Harvey Pierre's lawyer then butts in and says, my client is not working. He does not have the resources for discovery if the case is going to be thrown out. We deny all of this. Anna Kane's lawyer said this is grandstanding about a sealed case and it's inappropriate and irresponsible. There is evidence Mr. Combs filmed his crimes. That's all I have to say, Your Honor. Then Diddy's lawyer says, we take document preservation very seriously, so this is offensive. And the judge said that he is going to rule later if they are going to go through with discovery where Diddy and Harvey Pierre could be deposed while they wait to see if this full case is going to make it to trial, like a lot of Diddy's other civil lawsuits right now. Now, I will be watching this case and a few others that are moving forward right now because their claims are not from years and years ago. And we know some of them are moving forward, like Little Rod's case is going into discovery very soon. But that's all I got for right now. So y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
So what y'all think about that? Diddy, Lil Rod did refile his lawsuit. Y'all know he dropped his lawsuit, but he had to refile it, and it's refiled, and that's moving forward. That is moving forward. Let's go on to today's news.
Not gonna lie, we haven't heard about Diddy in a while, and I was getting okay with that, but that just changed today because Diddy once again is requesting that the judge grant him a new trial. Diddy has just filed a new motion asking the judge to grant him an acquittal on the transportation to engage in prostitute charges or to give him a brand new trial on those charges alone. And I do find the timing of this request once again to the judge a little questionable because just a couple of days ago, Diddy's team and the prosecution had to submit similar cases for Diddy's sentencing hearing that's coming October 3rd. And the prosecution listed cases with just the Mann Act charges alone, and some of those people that were charged, just like Diddy, had 8-year prison sentences. In Diddy's motion, he is saying that the government did not prove prove that he transported anyone to engage in prosta. Diddy is trying to say that the prosecution never proved these charges because prosta excludes paying a person to have physical relations with a third party. And this is one of the main reasons why Diddy feels like he's entitled to a full acquittal. Diddy is also claiming that the meaning of prosta has changed over time. And he is trying to say that his conduct that he was found guilty of is not under the definition of transportation to engage in prosta. Diddy is also trying to argue that there was insignificant evidence of physical relations for money. He said that the government points to evidence showing that Cassie Ventura and Jane had physical relations with escorts after they traveled, and that escorts were sometimes paid. But Diddy is claiming when him or his girlfriends organized travel for these freak-offs or hotel nights, that they did not engage in prosta. He's basically saying it doesn't apply because the government presented no evidence revealing any intent to pay the escorts during or before the travel for them to get to these freak-offs or hotel nights. He also goes on to claim that Cassie Ventura's testimony about escorts being paid did not help the government because she testified that she didn't have a role in determining how much the escorts were paid because it wasn't her money. She stated that how much the escorts were paid depended on whether Combs was pleased by their performance, but never explained what that meant. Can't even lie, I feel like this argument right here is just silly. And Diddy claims she certainly didn't testify that the escorts were paid for prosta. Instead, she repeated that the escorts were paid to entertain, and she described arranging freak-offs as setting up entertainment, not booking a prosta. He goes on to state that Jane's testimony was similar, that she characterized escorts as entertainers and never testified that they were paid for physical relations. He also goes on to claim that some of the evidence revealed that escorts, including Cabral Williams, were not motivated to have physical relations because of any promise of payment, as opposed to spending time with the couple. The evidence demonstrated that the escorts were often paid even when there was no physical activity and did not expect payment specifically for the physical relations. He uses Sheree Hayes saying, "I didn't care if I got paid one way or another. I never asked them for a single dollar. They gave that to me every time that I went to see them." Basically trying to say that some of these escorts were just happy to sleep with them because who they were. And Diddy is also going to argue that the videos he made of these freak-offs was because he was a producer of amateur adult films. Diddy is saying because of all these facts, at minimum, a new trial is required due to the spillover of prejudice from the evidence that would have been inadmissible if he was never charged with the RICO and the trafficking charges. And he goes on to tell this judge he either wants a new trial, a full acquittal, and basically if the judge doesn't agree to either one of them, then he is getting ready to file his appeal. And honestly, the appeal thing doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised he held off this long on the appeal already, but usually those take a long time and they're not always very successful. And now Diddy is exactly 30 days away until his sentencing hearing. So I'm sure we'll be hearing back from the judge on if he wants to give Diddy a new trial or an acquittal. And at this point, I'm just really hoping he does not get a new trial because I don't know if I want to go through all of that all over again. But y'all know, I'll keep you updated. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I can go over another Diddy case, man. I don't think I could do it. That shit was a lot, and it was draining. So I don't know if I can get over. that.
Diddy's name showed up 77 times in court documents tied to Tupac Shakur's murder. Nancy Grace just dropped the receipts, and it's messy. Let's get into it. In fact, let's watch a clip out of her podcast.
Breaking news tonight. He did it. Diddy star Diddy Combs ordered $1 million hit on Tupac Shakur. Bail documents say, oh yes, he did. Good evening, I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
2 allegations made against disgraced rapper Sean Diddy Combs.
Disgraced is right.
Well, the walls are falling in around Sean Puffy, a.k.a. Diddy Combs. As we learn in court documents, he is named 77 times at least as it relates to the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, it's a very long and circuitous explanation, but what it boils down to is the East Coast West Coast feud and allegations that he offered $1 million for the death of Tupac Shakur, even making a phone call just after the hit, claiming, was that me? Like somebody else ordered a hit? Joining me in All-Star panel to make sense of what we know right now, but listen.
Things are not looking good for Sean Diddy Combs. In addition to lawsuits, raids, federal investigation, and a secret grand jury, the only living suspect in Tupac Shakur's murder now implicates Puff Daddy in the September 7th, 1996 drive-by shooting. A recent court filing for Dwayne Keefe D. Davis' upcoming murder trial mentions Puffy 77 times. While Vegas police confirm that Combs has never been and is not a suspect, the mogul's silence is deafening.
Okay, you got to take into account that Keefe D wants bail and could be willing to say anything to get it. But here's the problem with that argument. This document has been buried away for a long time under wraps. It was a proffer. What is a proffer? A proffer is when you go outside the jury's presence, typically in the judge's chamber, sometimes close the courtroom, and you tell the judge what you're going to bring into evidence because you need a ruling whether it's admissible or inadmissible. Sometimes that proffer of evidence can be so volatile, if you put it in front of a jury before it's allowed, you have a mistrial. It can be that volatile, that inflammatory, and that's what this document is. Never meant to see the light of day. For Sean Puffy Combs' name, we know of 77 times in the murder, the hit on Tupac Shakur.
Now, y'all see Nancy Grace revealed that Dwayne Keefe D. Davis is currently on trial for Tupac's 1996 murder, implicating Diddy in sealed proffer document agreement. Okay? Now, that document was never meant to be public, but it was unsealed during the bail hearing, and it names Diddy 77 times. Remember, I told y'all there was a reason why they put off Keefe D's trial for a year when it was set for trial on a certain date. Now, Keefe D alleges that Diddy offered him $1 million to unalive Tupac and Suge Knight. And he claimed after the shooting, Diddy made a confirmation call asking, was that us? And Nancy Grace did emphasize that while Diddy is not officially a suspect, the frequency of his name in those documents is very alarming. And she questioned why Diddy had no involvement. His name appears so many times, it doesn't really make sense, especially in relation to the case. Y'all, that's why I said a pardon ain't gonna matter. Even if he did get one, you can't deny this. For them to put off his trial, I knew already. Now, Diddy's legal team denies all allegations, okay? But with his name resurfacing repeatedly in these documents, the scrutiny intensifies. And as Nancy Grace puts it, when your name pops up nearly 80 times in connection to a murder case, it's hard to ignore it. Y'all stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready because, baby, the tea is piping hot.
Man. So, with that being said, I'm going to call Keefe D cap on... I don't know that Puffy called him and was like, hey, yo, was that us? I don't know if I believe that because when I just got done looking at Diddy's trial and I seen Diddy didn't... the only evidence they had was like he was texting Cassie and shit like that. Other than that, they didn't have no like... He wouldn't hit nobody up slipping on the... He was always moving pretty fucking smart. Like they had nothing on him. So I can only imagine. I don't think you'll be able to prove that, Keefe. I think you're saying that. I don't really believe it's true though. You know, I'm gonna be real. I don't believe that part is true. I don't think that Diddy called Keefe D and was like, hey, yo, man, was that us? All right, man, I'm sending the money over. Because if he was in contact with you, why did he need Zip to give you the $1 million? You know what I'm saying? So if you kind of contradicting yourself right there. If you and Puffy are close enough for him to just dial your number, then I believe the hit would have whenever the hit would have got paid, you was close enough to him already. You could have got paid. So I don't know, man. It's kind of seeming like you kind of lying right there. I'm gonna be real. It's kind of sounding like you lying right there. But y'all let me know in the chat, man. I don't know. Is he lying? What do y'all think?
The world just stopped. Tupac Shakur, the man we thought died in 1996, has returned. And he's not back to rap. He's back to expose Jay-Z and Diddy.
Now, let me ask y'all something. This is for the Tupacers who believe Tupac is still alive. Do y'all feel like Tupac is still alive? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all feel like Tupac is still alive? Just yes or no. Is Tupac alive, y'all? Let me know in the chat, man. I want to know, is Tupac alive? Do y'all feel like Tupac is alive? Yes or no? They said alive 100%. No. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Let me know in the chat. Yes. He is. No. 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 Yes. No. Yes. No funeral. Yes. Yes. So I think he might be, but that ain't him. He said he left the scene in a helicopter. Says it's possible. No, let's see. What is they talking? Tupac's still alive, man. It's been 28 years now, man.
Before we continue, I would like you watch this video till the end.
It's been confirmed Tupac is alive and he's been living in Cuba all this time. This is a photo I snapped of him with my Nokia phone. That's the only phone the Cuban governors would let me bring into the country. He's been living in Cuba. This is a small farm that he lives on that he does more for just a hobby, and he says connect to the earth. This is the local bar that he sits at and grabs it.
Now, do y'all believe this? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Some people from his own set, what was it? What was that group he had? The Outlaws. I can think of it for a second. The Outlaws. They even said, man, he was chill out in Cuba. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me in the chat, is Tupac still alive? I said, no, he is not. I think this dude might be capping. Y'all, what y'all think?
Beer every day. I talked to the bartender and they said, we love him. We didn't know that it was Tupac. And this is his fishing boat. He says he goes fishing almost every day and then he eats the fish. He said, you can't beat this life. I asked him, you were so talented at the rap music itch. Why would you just leave the scene? And he said, you know what? You might not understand it. And I said, please just tell me the reason, Tupac. I think, we respect your privacy, but I do think you owe it to the public to let us know, because you can't just hide that talent. And the answer that he gave me is just humbling and astonishing, and I'll share that in part 2.
Switch it up, Bleak. At one point, Tupac switched his energy and he was somewhat coming at Jay-Z for some time. He was like Jay-Z from the Hawaiian Sophie fame.
Jay-Z from Hawaiian Sophie fame.
Bad boy, Jay-Z got to.
Leaving the strip club Coco's in Miami. They used to sell the bootleg tapes out there. This is before the Machiavelli album even dropped. Had it. So I'm like, ooh, let me get it, because I want to hear it. You know what I mean? Get in the van. So remember, this is when Jay was riding in the turtle top.
So you don't know.
So I get in the turtle top, you know what I mean? I put the tape in, and that shit into the part. Yeah, Jay-Z. Jay said, what he said? And that hole was back there steaming, like, turn that shit off. We listen to
in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand, was just another false flag. That played out very, very well. And people bowed down, and people really worshipped what happened because they thought that their idol was taken, and it wasn't right. So of course, everybody really believes what happened at the MGM Grand happened. But what people don't know is that the MGM Grand is also well known for human trafficking, drug smuggling, organ harvesting, not to mention the other things that they get away with trafficking throughout the casino. Whether it comes for their own restaurants, whether it's something for their own casino. MGM Grand is one of the biggest casinos that are well known for the things that have happened. It's just everybody looks it over because it's Las Vegas. Nobody questions it. Nobody digs too deep into it. But that was the false flag. That was supposedly what happened, right? He was shot in the car in front of the MGM Grand.
Tell me about Tupac. Can I explain something here tonight that I hope y'all clap, because I'm about to say exactly what y'all think. White people always, I can say this because I'm so not a racist. White people call Tupac. I'm sorry. Tupac. I know. If it was Tupac, it would have a K. You're not the first. Hopefully after tonight, you will be the last.
The entire world just stopped. Social media has gone into meltdown. News outlets don't know what to say. And the music industry is in full-blown panic mode. Because if the rumors are true, Tupac Shakur, the legendary rapper who was supposedly murdered back in 1996, has returned. Yes, you heard that right. Tupac, the man whose death sparked decades of conspiracy theories, documentaries, and speculation, is alive. And he isn't just back quietly, he's back with a vengeance, vowing to expose the darkest secrets of Jay-Z and P. Diddy. For years, fans have whispered about the possibility that Pac faked his death, that he was living in Cuba or Mexico waiting for the right moment to resurface. And now, that moment has arrived. Tupac has returned, and Jay-Z and Diddy are reportedly terrified, because if he really starts talking, everything they've worked to build over the last 30 years could come crashing down in a matter of seconds. Think about what this means. For decades, Tupac has been a symbol of resistance, of truth, of rebellion against the system. His words live on in songs, interviews, poems. He warned us about corruption, about power, about betrayal in the music industry. He spoke openly about people trying to silence him, about enemies lurking in the shadows. And if he's back now, it means those warnings weren't just lyrics. They were confessions. They were roadmaps. They were pieces of a puzzle that he's finally ready to finish in front of the entire world. And the two names being whispered the loudest right now, the two men reportedly panicking behind the scenes, are Jay-Z and P. Diddy. Now, let's be clear. This isn't just another celebrity headline. This is history. Tupac's death in 1996 was supposed to be final, tragic, the end of a legend story. But if he's alive, then the biggest lie in hip-hop history has just been exposed.
That would be, if Tupac was alive still, if he is alive still, that would be the biggest lie in hip-hop history, wouldn't it? Man.
And the reason he's back, according to reports, is not just to reclaim his name. It's to expose the people who tried to bury him, both literally and figuratively. Tupac has allegedly promised to reveal the secrets of Jay-Z, the puppet master who's built an untouchable empire, and P. Diddy, whose trial has already turned the music industry upside down. You could feel the shockwave instantly. Twitter lit up with hashtags like Tupac is back and Pac exposes Jay-Z. TikTok exploded with videos analyzing every piece of footage, every clue, every cryptic lyric that now seems like Tupac was planning his return all along. Fans started pulling up old interviews where Pac said things like, "I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world, but I'll spark the brain that will." Well, what if that spark wasn't about someone else? What if he was talking about himself, about coming back when the time was right? Meanwhile, the reports about Jay-Z and Diddy's reaction are wild. Industry insiders say both men went into damage control mode the second the news broke. Diddy, already drowning in lawsuits and scandals.
Y'all remember what happened when Jamie Foxx came back. It's been real weird since Jamie came back too as well. His tattoo's missing in the back of his head, but that's a story for another day. But remember, they said Diddy had something to do with that too, allegedly.
Is said to be freaking out, calling lawyers, locking down assets, and preparing for the worst. Jay-Z, the man who always looks calm, collected, and 10 steps ahead, is rumored to be furious. He's the chess player who always thinks he's in control, but Tupac's return is the one move he never prepared for. How do you beat a ghost? How do you silence someone the world thought was gone forever? Jaguar Wright, who has been exposing industry secrets for years, jumped into the conversation instantly. She said this is exactly what she's been warning about, that the industry's biggest names have been hiding the truth about Tupac for decades. According to her, Pac wasn't just silenced back in 1996, he was pushed out of the picture so others could rise, so people like Jay-Z and Diddy could become the faces of hip-hop. Wright claims Pac's return proves everything she's been saying, that the real power players in the industry have been manipulating narratives and hiding skeletons for years. And here's where it gets even crazier. Pac's supposed return isn't just about music. He's not coming back to release an album or perform on stage. He's coming back to tell the truth. The word is He's got journals, recordings, unreleased footage, and names of the people who betrayed him, names of the people who built their empires on the back of his absence, names of the people who knew more about his death than they ever admitted. And at the top of that list, according to the rumors, are Jay-Z and Diddy. Fans are already dissecting Jay-Z's lyrics for clues. One line in particular from the song The City Is Mine, where Jay rapped, "They thought I'd die in prison, guess the system works," has resurfaced, with people now claiming it was a subliminal reference to Pac's disappearance. Others are pointing at Jay-Z's rise in the late 90s, right after Pac's death, asking, was that timing really a coincidence, or was it part of a bigger plan?
I mean, knowing what we know now about the industry, it ain't no damn coincidence. They kind of do these strategic, I ain't gonna call Jay-Z an industry plant, but I'm just gonna say they plant people and put them in positions to where they can win, lose, or whatever. They could do, you could be a one-hit wonder, or we can make you take over the entire game. They have the control of the people, and they've been running plays. Now it's starting to come out that everybody been buying streams and shit like that, faking their numbers. Man, this is a wild game right now.
Diddy too is being re-examined. His constant presence at the center of hip-hop's darkest scandals now looks even more suspicious in light of Pac's supposed return. But here's the most shocking part. According to whispers online, Pac isn't just coming back alone. He's allegedly aligning with people who've also been blackballed by the industry. People who have nothing left to lose, people who want the truth out at any cost. Imagine the force of Tupac teaming up with Jaguar Wright, with other whistleblowers, with the new generation of artists who feel trapped in contracts and controlled by the machine. It's a revolution waiting to happen, and Jay-Z and Diddy might be standing directly in his path. The panic is real. Sources say Jay-Z has been making frantic calls, trying to lock down allies, reminding people of the favors he's done for them over the...
I ain't gonna lie, Jay-Z been quiet than a motherfucker, man. Jay-Z been real damn quiet.
years. Diddy is said to be leaning on his shrinking circle of supporters, terrified that if Pac really starts talking, it won't just be his career that's over, it'll be his freedom. Both men reportedly know that if Tupac proves he's alive and starts dropping names, the fallout could trigger investigations, expose decades of secrets, and bring down entire empires. And the fans? They're eating it up. For years, people said Tupac's spirit lived on, that he was too smart, too forward-thinking, too paranoid to go out the way he did. Escape plan. They pointed at inconsistencies in the crime scene, at mysterious sightings in Cuba, at strange doubles and unreleased tracks. And now, with these reports of his return, they feel vindicated. The believers are saying, "We told you so. Pac was never gone. He was just waiting." How what happens next could be the most explosive chapter in music history. If Tupac really goes public, if he really exposes Jay-Z and Diddy, it will rewrite everything we thought we knew about hip-hop. The heroes will become villains. The legends will become suspects. And the empire that Jay-Z built so carefully, the image of him as the ultimate businessman, the mogul, the untouchable genius, that could crumble in a heartbeat. So the question is simple. Do you believe it? Do you think Tupac is really back, ready to finish the story he started in the 90s, ready to take down Jay-Z and Diddy with the truth the world has been waiting for? Or is this just another conspiracy theory, another wildfire on the internet, fueled by hope and rumor? Whatever you believe, one thing is undeniable. Jay-Z and Diddy are rattled, their names are being dragged into the spotlight, and the ghost of Tupac Shakur is haunting them louder than ever. And as Pac himself once said, you can spend minutes, hours, days, weeks, or even months over analyzing a situation, trying to put the pieces together, justifying what would have happened, or you can just leave the pieces on the floor and move on. But one thing's for sure, the world isn't moving on this time. Not until every and here's the part that nobody in power wants you to think about. What if Tupac's return isn't just about music or revenge or even exposing secrets? What if this is about changing the entire system once and for all? Because Pac wasn't just an artist, he was a revolutionary. He wanted to flip the script, to tear down the walls that the industry built to control voices like his. And if he's really back, then this isn't just bad news for Jay-Z and Diddy. This is bad news. for every single person who's been sitting at the top of the food chain using money and influence to silence the truth. Imagine the ripple effect. Lawsuits, investigations, deals collapsing, names we thought were untouchable being dragged out into the light. Jay-Z and Diddy are already panicking, but they're just the beginning. Because when Tupac speaks, the world listens. Always has, always will. And if he really does open his mouth now, if he really reveals everything he's been holding in for almost 3 decades, the industry will never recover. The empire will fall. The smoke and mirrors will vanish, and the fans who've been demanding the truth for decades will finally get it. And that's why Jay-Z and Diddy are scrambling, because deep down, they know the one thing more powerful than money, more powerful than lawyers, more powerful than their billion-dollar brands, is the truth. So here we are, standing on the edge of the biggest story in music history. Tupac didn't die. He's back, and he's ready to set the record straight. The question is, are Jay-Z and Diddy ready for what's coming? Because from the way it looks right now, the storm they thought they buried back in 1996 has come roaring back to life. And this time, there's nowhere to hide.
Allegedly. Let's continue. Allegedly.
But I'm still a little suspicious about the timing and how it's all rolled out here.
Yeah, it's been about 20 plus years, man, and they finally doing something about it, man.
Oh, 27, brother. 27.
They say time heals all wounds. But for Tupac's family, the scars have only gotten deeper. Nearly 3 decades after that night in Las Vegas, whispers about who was really behind his end refused to die down. And now those whispers have a voice. Tupac's own brother, Mopreme Shakur. And he's stepped forward, and he's not mincing words.
Watching us all up us. But then actually not a cop. You know, so the diehards is gonna hate him forever. Even though the cops were wrong, in the wrong.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I have a lot of people that feel like that's the reason why they didn't, you know, even solve his and it's been 27 years. Because they was like, yo, he show off duty cops, he ain't like cops, so why we gonna help him?
Yeah.
What he revealed has sent shockwaves through Tupac's fans. In a rare and emotional moment, Mopreme revealed his doubts about Diddy's innocence, openly questioning the music mogul's connection to one of hip-hop's darkest nights. If family blood can't bring themselves to believe the official story, then what does that say about the truth we've all been told? For the longest time, the Las Vegas incident was seen as a tragedy with no loose ends. A superstar takedown, the Strip lit up in neon chaos, and a story that seemed too clear to question. But that final chapter might not be so final after all.
I heard what he said, but you know, this shit been so chaotic, I ain't know which way to go until you find out more information. And yeah, that was early 2000s.
Tupac's brother, Mopreme, has come forward with a version of events that flips the old narrative upside down. He claims what the world was told back then wasn't the truth. It was a smokescreen designed to hide something much bigger. According to Mopreme, Tupac wasn't just another victim of that September night. The real story hints that he may have survived, stepping out of the spotlight and into the shadows.
There was a point where was even considering going to Bad Boy before his relationship with Death Row. He's considering going Bad Boy to because he wanted to be on a black label. He wanted to be.
Tupac allegedly was going to Bad Boy. Tupac going to Bad Boy, that would have been crazy.
With his people. He wanted to be with the brothers. You know what I mean? He supported black business. So there was a period where we were all cool. And over time, you know, things happened. Started seeing things. And, you know, Biggie was on Puffy's label. So, you know, with them two, it was Puffy calling the shit.
And if that's the case, then the threat he faced wasn't random at all. It was linked to one of hip-hop's most powerful figures, a man whose name keeps surfacing in whispers. That man, Diddy. The story doesn't feel steady anymore. It's as if the ground beneath us is shifting. Because this time the words aren't coming from gossip channels or faceless rumor mills. They're coming from the family. Blood. Mopreme Shakur sat across from Piers Morgan, eyes locked on the camera, carrying the same intensity that once defined Tupac himself. When the conversation shifted towards Diddy's constant denials, Mopreme didn't blink. He admitted the truth he carries deep inside he's never believed those denials. In fact, he's remembered telling Diddy almost 20 years ago, one day the truth will rise to the surface.
Because, law enforcement has problems of its own that is seldom dealt with. So, that trickles down. By the time, by the time it's time for us to get justice, that water way down. That water, everybody knows there's corruption in law enforcement.
And now, nearly 3 decades later, it feels like that tide is finally rolling in. Because if Tupac's own brother refuses to believe in Diddy's innocence, how much trust can anyone put in the official version we've been fed? Mapreme has been opening up more about what he really thinks went down, especially after Keefe D's recent arrest. For Mapreme, the timing feels strange. 27 years later, now suddenly there's movement on the case.
There's a lot of curious things about what's been happening. First of all, like everybody knows, the time period, 27 years.
He said the family was never kept in the loop over the years, and with Keefe D giving interviews for decades without consequence, he's not impressed. To him, it feels like the truth was always out there, but ignored.
Well, as the family is concerned, there was no, letting us know what was going on all through these years, after 2 years, after 5 years, after 10 years. We weren't kept abreast of things. So it's okay, what's happening? What's really going on? Especially when this dude has been out there.
One of his biggest suspicions is the role of crooked cops. He pointed out that the very night Tupac was shot, Vegas police had already stopped them over something as small as loud music.
I know you was very vocal, man, about the police not doing their job, but how do it make you feel, man? After all these years of Keefe D doing interviews, talking about Tupac getting shot, him doing documentaries, he was on B, and after all these years, he get arrested.
Yeah, I feel mad.
That interaction, plus the LAPD's history with the Shakur family and Tupac's incident of 2 off-duty cops, makes him believe law enforcement had their own grudge. Mapreme even said both Las Vegas and LA officers may have had dirty hands in how the case was handled.
You made a comment saying that you want to see how serious the LAPD is going to take this case because, there's a lot of people that Keefe D name dropped. And you want to see if the, LAPD is going to investigate them. And that's how you can tell, if the LAPD is taking it serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
He also didn't shy away from the puppy question. Since Keefe D himself claimed Diddy put a bounty on Tupac, Mapreme wants to see if investigators take that seriously. For him, ignoring that angle would prove the system still isn't interested in the full truth.
After all these years of Keefe D doing interviews, talking about Tupac getting shot, him doing documentaries, he was on BET, and after all these years, he get arrested.
Yeah, I feel mad still that my brother. First of all, that's that part, because it ain't even have to happen. Because was the type of that will box you. He will you, raise the money, and we'll give it to the hood. He will actually, you know what I mean?
One detail can't be dismissed as speculation. In 2008, Diddy himself reached out through radio host Big Boy to arrange a private meeting with Mapreme. Think about that for a moment. One of the most powerful moguls in hip-hop was so unsettled by the whispers that he personally tried to clear the air with Tupac's family.
They said Diddy tried to link up with Tupac brother low key behind the scenes. Like, what's that about, Diddy? What is that about?
On the radio out here, and Big Boy, shout out to Big Boy. He hit me up. He was like, "Yo, man, Puffy, see, they want to talk to you about the whole situation about your brother." And especially back then, I wanted all the information I could get. And I heard what he said, but this been so chaotic. I ain't know which way to go until you find out more information. And yeah, that was the early 2000s.
Did Little C say anything to you?
Not that I recall.
Yeah, that sounds like a guy that's guilty, man. Him calling you trying to plead his innocence.
With his crew around him, Diddy repeated over and over that he had no hand in the Vegas incident. Mapreme wasn't swayed. He looked him in the eye and told him, the truth always comes out. Those words echo louder today, because the more time passes, the shakier Diddy's denials appear. If he was so confident back then, why do new cracks keep showing up in the story? Why do the same insiders, the same people close to the events, keep circling back to the same claims?
Yeah, man, you know, he could have been trying to cover it, or it could have been sincere. We gonna see.
It's just too many attachments to Diddy, man. At some point, you got to start looking like, yo, what's going on? I mean, when Tupac got shot at Quad, you know, they was talking about Diddy. When Tupac got in Vegas, they was talking about Diddy. At some point, man, you got to start looking at them like, yo, what's going on, yo?
Yeah, and you know, you got people like, you know, Kane is out, you know, doing interviews and talking about, you know, it be feeling like he got sympathy for Puffy because he was scared.
Mapreme's doubts don't stand alone. They connect to a long trail of whispers that stretches all the way back to 1996. In Los Angeles, it was quietly said that Diddy had a crew to clean things up whenever trouble came knocking. Witnesses who once seemed ready to talk suddenly went quiet because they were terrified of Diddy. Investigations slowed to a crawl. Evidence disappeared. Is that why Tupac's case has remained in limbo for almost 30 years? Is that why only Keefy D has been charged, while so many others walked untouched?
Yeah, he was scared. Yes, I agree. I do agree that he was probably terrified for his life. So if that is the case, it's also quite feasible that he put up money to get killed.
Even with law enforcement, the name never faded. Federal records show that in one police interview, Diddy's name was mentioned more than 40 times in connection with Tupac's tragic passing. Diddy's world isn't glitz and champagne anymore. It's falling apart piece by piece. Instead of being linked to platinum albums and all-night parties, his name is now tangled up in racketeering charges, T'ing and A. When federal agents raided his mansions, they didn't just uncover a few dirty secrets. What they reportedly found sent shockwaves. Files marked with one word, Cuba.
They was in any of those tapes. If they played a in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their brand.
That single word set off alarm bells, because it ties right back to one of the longest running rumors in hip-hop. The idea that Tupac never died in Vegas, that he slipped away to Cuba, the same island where his aunt, Assata Shakur, has lived in exile for decades. For years, fans have claimed to spot him there with a bald head, the familiar walk, the same piercing eyes, caught in shaky video clips on Havana streets. So here's the real question. Why on earth would Diddy have documents pointing to Cuba? Was it proof that he wasn't just connected to the incident, but also to keeping the truth about Tupac buried? And this isn't the first time Cuba has popped up in this story. Tupac's former bodyguard, Michael Neese, once swore he helped pull off the escape. His version sounded wild. Castro gave his blessing. A body double was swapped at the hospital. Tupac hopped on a jet to Barbados, and from there quietly made his way to Havana.
I'd agreed with the doctor that he didn't have to witness the event. He could actually just turn his head, wash his hands or whatever. They quickly switched the bodies, one up the ambulance. The Tupac, who'd recovered enough to get about fine by himself, he then transferred to the ambulance.
People laughed it off as...
What do y'all think? Was he clout chasing or was he telling the truth, man? Was that dude clout chasing or was he telling the truth? He's saying, look, man, I seen Tupac get on a damn boat, man. Tupac went to Cuba. I don't know what y'all talking about, but that man is still alive. What do y'all think, man? Is he clout chasing or is he telling the truth?
Fantasy. But then, right before he said he'd release evidence, Neese suddenly turned up dead. Now, years later...
Crazy work. As soon as he was going to give up the evidence to prove Tupac was alive, they took him out.
Federal raids uncovered Cuban references in Diddy's files, and suddenly his fantasy doesn't sound so crazy anymore. And that's not the only thing that doesn't add up. How come nobody saw the hitman that night in the middle of the Vegas Strip? Why did the coroner's report get Tupac's height and weight wrong? Why did the cremator retire right after handling Tupac's body? Even Suge Knight himself once hinted that Tupac might still be alive. In 2014, he told TMZ, "Why do you think nobody has been arrested? 'Cause Pac not gone." One by one, these details might feel like coincidences, but stacked together, they start to paint a much bigger picture. A cover-up, a trail of deception that has lasted nearly 3 decades.
And the next step was to transfer him to an airstrip. Again, with a Howard Marks connection, one of his showbiz friends, we had a private plane waiting to get Tupac on board. So the next thing that happened was me and my brother met Tupac at the safe house.
And now Mapreem's words are echoing across headlines. He doesn't speak recklessly. He's careful, measured, but that only makes his doubts about Diddy hit harder. Because if he truly believed that Diddy was innocent, he'd just say it.
People is biased, you know. I get it. People, Big always gonna have somebody supporting him in some kind of way. You know, I think did work with Clark Kent a little bit. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, that's kind of and some need attention. Some need to be attention, need to be in a conversation, need to say something, but you still talking about.
Instead, he points to the shadows, the holes in the story, and repeats the same thing he's been saying for years. The truth will come out. Inside Diddy's courtroom battles, prosecutors are already running into dead ends. One of the women in the case, known in legal files only as Victim 3, has completely vanished. So much so that even her own lawyer can't get in touch. If witnesses can slip away in 2025 under this much public scrutiny, imagine what could have happened back in 1996 when Tupac's case was fresh, and the stakes were higher, and the shadows were thicker. People can't help but ask, are we seeing the same playbook today that was whispered about in the 90s? A network that made inconvenient voices disappear. A system built to protect power. That's exactly why the Cuba theory refuses to die. Every time a new lead surfaces, every time another insider speaks, Havana finds its way back into the story. Could Diddy have known Tupac wasn't dead at all? That he had slipped away to the Caribbean, hidden in the same country where his aunt Assata Shakur still lives in exile? And if so, did Diddy use that secret as leverage? Building influence while the world mourned someone who might not never have been buried? Federal raids on his homes only added fuel to that fire. Agents weren't just flipping through trophies and memorabilia. They were combing for something specific. Among the evidence logs, one phrase stood out: Cuba file. What could be inside? Payment records, coded messages, proof that Tupac boarded a plane instead of being carried to the morgue. Whatever the truth, it would.
What the hell did he got going on, man? This is some weird shit, gang. What did he got going on?
It's considered sensitive enough to hide in plain sight. And here's where that shine completely falls off the bad boy brand. Behind the platinum plaques and the champagne-soaked parties, the label now looks more like a crime syndicate in designer suits. The East Coast-West Coast rivalry of the 90s suddenly feels small compared to what's surfacing. Prosecutors describe Diddy's notorious freak-offs not as wild parties, but as marathons of humiliation, where he allegedly coerced people into acts they didn't want, filmed it, and kept the footage as blackmail.
Stretch was down with Thug Life. You know what I mean? He was our East Coast, part of our East Coast fraction. You know what I mean? He produced some actual albums as well as the Thug Life album. You know, they were boys.
Salute to my boy Q for being a member for 38 months. Says, get the likes up, gang. Salute to Q for being a member for 38 months. Y'all drop the flowers for Q in the building. Salute, salute. And double tap that screen to get these likes up. Let's go.
They were boys.
Yeah, the way he did, yeah, that was Two-Face, man.
Layer in accusations of teeing, R-ing, and silenced witnesses, and the picture shifts from mogul to cult leader. Former associates paint the same picture. Bad Boy wasn't just a record label, it was a fortress. Inside, loyalty was demanded, debts were heavy, and saying no to Diddy could come with consequences. If that machine was already in motion in 1996, it's not hard to see how evidence could vanish. Witnesses could clam up, and truth could be buried before daylight ever hit. That's why the Vegas case has always felt cursed. Now with federal agents tearing through his empire, the skeletons aren't just rattling, they're breaking the closet door down. And the most unsettling of all might be those so-called Cuba files. Just the mention of them sent conspiracy circles buzzing. Were they encrypted notes from the 90s, records of payouts to keep people quiet, or the holy grail of hip-hop mystery, proof that Tupac really did escape? For years, Havana locals have whispered about sightings. A man with the same build, the same walk, the same piercing eyes, glimpsed in a crowded alley, or sipping coffee in a backstreet cafe before disappearing again. If Diddy really had a stash of documents, recordings, or photos tying him to those rumors, it would mean far more than just curiosity. It would suggest he wasn't just a bystander, he was part of keeping the story buried. Maybe those Cuba files aren't just a label in a box. Maybe they're the missing link, the thread that ties rumor to reality. What makes all of this even stranger is when those so-called Cuba files showed up. They weren't uncovered in some old Vegas police box marked unsolved. They turned up in federal raids aimed at teeing and coercion. That timing suggests something bigger. Diddy's past and present might not be separate at all. It's almost like the mogul lifestyle and the criminal underworld overlap, one protecting the other for decades. Now imagine investigators cracking those boxes open and finding direct links to Cuban contacts. The impact would be huge. A search meant to take down Diddy's current empire could accidentally blow open hip-hop's most famous mystery, what really happened to Tupac. But the bigger twist isn't just about the paper trails, it's about power. If those files are legit, then helping Tupac vanish wasn't something one man could pull off. It would have needed allies in high places, politicians willing to look the other way, networks moving money around, maybe even intelligence agencies keeping it quiet because it suited them. A cover-up like that doesn't survive 30 years on luck. It survives because people with influence want it that way, which raises a chilling question. How many powerful figures have been keeping this secret, and why? For Tupac's family, those files wouldn't just be answers, they'd be salt in the wound. Proof that he lived would also mean proof that the world was lied to. While fans mourned and turned him into a legend, insiders may have cashed in on shaping his story, owning his royalties, and controlling his legacy from the shadows. That kind of revelation wouldn't just tarnish reputations, it would blow up the very foundation of hip-hop's golden era.
Would have boxed him. Would have loved to beat his ass in the ring, raise some money, and give it to the hood. It ain't have to be like this.
And hanging over all of this is Suge Knight, the man who sat behind the wheel the night shots were fired, the man who built an empire, then watched it burn. Now he's locked up, stripped of his power, with nothing left to lose, which makes him even more dangerous than ever. For years, Suge has dropped cryptic comments like breadcrumbs. In 2014, he even flat out claimed Tupac wasn't dead, asking why nobody had been arrested if that were true. If Mapreme is speaking out now, what happens if Suge finally unloads what he knows? Imagine him testifying, putting the pieces together, maybe even pointing the finger directly at Diddy. He'd have every reason to drag his rival down with him. If he's sitting on tapes, documents, or even just the unfiltered truth, the fallout wouldn't just shake the music industry, it would be catastrophic. And here's the scariest part. What if the rumors are real? If prosecutors prove Diddy wasn't just throwing wild parties, but running a full-on criminal syndicate, then nothing in his past stays off limits. Suddenly the bounty whispered, the missing witnesses, the strange coroner's report, even the possibility of Tupac slipping away to Cuba, all of it gets pulled under the spotlight. Think about the headlines. Tupac alive, Diddy involved in cover-up. That wouldn't just take down a music mogul, it would rewrite the entire history of rap in real time. Every flashy interview, every denial, every stage performance, all of it would be replayed with suspicion. And the question everyone would be left asking isn't complicated at all. How far was he willing to go to keep the truth buried? And now we're standing on the edge of something huge. Mapreme's revelations feel like the first crack in the wall. Suge Knight might be holding the real explosives, and prosecutors are pulling at every thread they can find. Slowly, the puzzle that's been locked away for nearly 3 decades is starting to come apart. If Tupac really made it out of Vegas alive, and if Diddy had a hand in making the world believe otherwise, then this isn't just a scandal. It's the potential downfall of hip-hop's most untouchable empire. But here's where it turns personal. What do you think? Was Tupac truly taken that night under the glow of the strip, or has he been living in the shadows while others cashed in on his name and legacy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from over. In fact, it feels like it's only getting started. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and never forget the truth has a way of clawing its way back, no matter how deep it's been buried.
Man. Long live Tupac. Long live Tupac, man. Hold on. Lay down. I don't know what the hell. I guess I woke him up saying long live Tupac. They're like, hell yeah, long live Pac. Long live Pac. Yeah, take y'all little asses back to bed. All right, get back over there, man. Sheesh. Now, man. So what y'all think, gang? I don't know, man. I don't know if Tupac's still alive. I don't know if Tupac not here no more. I don't know what's going on, man. To be real, in this day and age, I don't know what's real and I don't know what's not real no more. I'm gonna be real. I have no idea what the fuck be going on no more. I just be like, every case I cover, man, I just tend to just get nothing amazes me no more. It just seems like plays are being ran all across the board and everything we be covering, man. So you just never know, man. You honestly, you just never know. So do y'all think Tupac's still alive? I don't know, man. Y'all tell me in the chat, man. I know I've seen some people in there mad as hell. Man, Tupac ain't alive, man. Cut the games out, man. Tupac ain't alive. Cut it out, man. Look, bro, we gonna talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about over here. Tell y'all that right now. Y'all can't tell me a damn thing about what I can and can't talk about over here. All right? Let's keep that a big buck. I definitely will talk about it if I want to. So let's keep that a big buck. All right. Awesome show. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate it. Salute. I appreciate you. Yeah, it was just something different tonight, man. And plus, we haven't talked about Diddy in a while, man. And this is coming up sooner than later, man. Is Diddy gonna walk up out that courtroom on the 25th, or are they finna railroad him yet again and tell him to sit his ass down? That's to be determined. The 25th, he goes up for a hearing, and in this hearing, he's going to give the judge an ultimatum. Now, this judge has not been the fairest when it comes to Diddy, so we're going to see how it all plays out in the end, man. We're going to see how it all plays out. But what I can say is it's going to get very fucking interesting real soon. So Diddy might be coming home, man. Puffy might be coming home sooner than we think. Still to be determined. All right, still to be determined. What y'all think though, man? Is Tupac alive? Is Puffy coming home? Y'all tell me in the chat. Said everybody said we barking for Pac. Yeah, they said, man, they turning up for Tupac. And they said, then think about like this: the Epster files and the Diddy files. What's on them tapes? Yeah, exactly. What is on them tapes that they don't want anybody to know? They don't want no one to know about none of this shit. Let's keep that a big buck. They don't want nobody to know about none of this shit, right? All right. They said, well, maybe they go get him on some ish he done. Maybe they gonna get him on some ish they done. I understand the part about the women. They said it's hard to tell anymore, Ratchet. Yes, we the more I don't know. They say come home to fight a new case. It ain't no telling. He said it's very sus. Yeah, it's definitely very sus. He said pull up the picture of them at the light when the car got shot up. There was no key in the ignition when the car got shot up at the light. Pull up the pic. Yeah, you're right. There was not there wasn't no keys. So I was like, where the fuck was you going with no damn keys in the damn ignition? Suge Knight. Let's see. Let me go over here. Let's go. Suge Knight. Tupac. Vegas. Let's go to images. Here it goes right here. Oops. Let me save this. Let me save that picture. Nah, fuck. I don't like the way. Never mind. Oh, yeah. I could do it like that. Yeah, cool. All right, we can go over here. All right. So here's the pic. So there's the pic. There's the infamous pic. Yeah, they don't got nothing in that damn ignition right there, as you see. They don't got nothing in that damn ignition right there. Ain't no keys in the ignition. Tupac looking nervous as a motherfucker. Yeah, that picture definitely was given some weird shit was going on with Tupac and Suge. Tupac and Suge was definitely looking worried as hell right there. Wasn't no damn keys in the ignition. What the hell was going on that night, man? What in the hell was going on that night? There was not no keys in that car, so where was you going, Suge? It is a push to start in 1995? Ain't no damn push to starts in no 95. So hold on, was it a push to start, Ratchet? I don't think they came up with those back then. I don't think they had push to starts way back when. So nah, hell nah, it wasn't no push to start. It's 1995. I'd be damned if there was a damn push start in 1995. Unless Tupac was just way before his time. But yeah, Kimbo, I don't know. So they made him give the keys up. They said, nah, we didn't. No, we didn't. They said, man, Oakland, we all felt he was alive no matter how big he was. He always came back to Oakland for something. Outlaw's still here. Shout out to Oakland. They said he do look worried as a motherfucker. He definitely look worried as hell. Said the hell it always seems like Suge set tips up. He looked suspicious to me, like he knew what was about to happen. And he said, I hate when I'm late and miss the intro. Salute to Chef. Salute, salute. You can always run it back. You can always run that shit back. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, y'all already know, man. Puff might be coming home, man. Free Puff. Free Puff, man. He might be on his way to the crib, man. So, P. Diddy might be on his way home, gang. We don't know yet. We don't know if he's coming home yet, man. It's still a long shot. But, you know, he definitely is. He trying to get up out that damn prison system, man. P. Diddy said, man, he trying to get on a comfortable bed, man, and get some, what rhyme with bed. Get on a comfortable bed and get some. You know what I'm saying? He said he trying to get topped off real quick, man. Hey, look, shit, it's been a long time. So, look, man, I don't know if P. Diddy coming home or not. It's looking like it's going to happen. It's looking like he probably really is about to come home this time. Sheesh. What y'all think in the chat, man? What y'all think in the chat? What did y'all think in the chat? Or did y'all like my shirt tonight, man? Did y'all like my damn shirt tonight? I didn't show y'all the damn shirt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably saw, oh, I got the hat on, match my damn roses in my damn shirt. So, yeah. I don't know, man. We're going to be looking at this situation closely. Drop my damn phone. We'll be looking at this situation closely as it still unfolds. It says we going to see if they're going to release him or not. Yeah, we going to see. We going to see if they're going to release him. To be determined. Still to be determined. They said, love your outfits. Can you salute Belinda? Maria's not from me. Said, Hova, do the... Yeah. Do what I would. Whatever that shit says. That was like some devil worship shit. Yeah, he definitely was on some weird shit. Said like the shirt, Roger. They said looking good. Salute. I appreciate you. Salute. What up, Freeze? Or it said Free Else, whatever your name was. Salute. They said when he go back to court on the 25th. He goes back on the 25th to see if he's gonna get out of jail. So he has an important hearing on the 25th. He has an important hearing on the 25th. It's not far from me. All right. But yeah, it's a nice fit. I appreciate it. Salute. You already know. Your boy Big Ratchet be fly as hell. You already know your boy Big Ratchet be flying them up. You know what I'm talking about? Well, or ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, man. We're going to continue to watch all this shit, man. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on, man. Everybody's starting to snitch and shit now, too. Y'all see this Young Thug shit, man. What the hell is going on? I did a video to pinpoint some of the key moments from what this goofy-ass dude, Young Thug, got going on. Oh yeah, and then Woody came out with a message. It's like the news just don't stop, bro. It just never stops. So look at this shit right here. Look at this shit right here from Woody.
And you know what? I'm real pissed off. Cause my daughter gotta get surgery. And God knows the Lord he gonna pull her through. He gonna protect her. But if my daughter wake up and she cry and I hear her cry, dog, your bitch ass gonna be mine, boy. I'm tired of this shit, nigga. All these years, nigga, been protecting y'all, nigga, bro. Taking the blame. Not dealing with this, you get on the motherfucking platform talking like you talking, nigga. You been pretending your whole motherfucking life, nigga. Straight up. And you know what?
So what Woody got going on, man? Woody is what happened to his face? Remember he fell off that damn bike. So Woody is mad. Woody said if something go wrong with his daughter's surgery, he coming to see Young Thug. So you should do a video about Young Thug. We might come do some shit about them tomorrow. We might do something with that shit tomorrow, man. I ain't gonna lie. We might do something tomorrow with that.
How the hell a prosecutor gonna spell prosecution wrong? What are you talking about? Nigga, I created you, nigga. Well, God created you, but I helped. The difference with me and Yak's situation is Yak in the interrogation room telling that Duke did the crime.
Yeah.
Not no bullshit, no funny shit, man.
Go ahead. What make y'all youngins feel like y'all can spin the police though? I don't understand that though. I don't understand that.
Man.
But them bitches is smart, bro.
Bro, it's just like movies. The men you go on high speed chasing, I hop out and run and you don't. All you can say is shit. Man, I know they young from the hood. I don't even really know his name. He took the plea first. Gunna took the plea first. Should, because y'all still grown men. No matter what these niggas say, y'all grown men. Just like me. When he said YZ was a game, the smartest thing for me to do is say, yeah, it is a game. Fuck it. Like, me not getting the proper love from my entire family made me seek love from niggas. What point in my career can you or anybody in this world honestly say, he stirred this pot?
They can say, I'm glad you had that. They can say, the shit you telling baby about P is like trying to break up a family.
No, but from my point of view, the family was never a family. Get the nigga something. Y'all gave this nigga chili wing hot pepper. What, you know what I'm saying?
I'm too old, bro. I'm 47. I can't go sit in that motherfucker. So I be trying to tell these niggas.
God damn, you 47?
Yeah.
Damn. How the hell a prosecutor gonna spell prosecution wrong? What are you talking about?
So Young Thug definitely got some highlights from that damn crazy ass interview. The interviewer didn't know what the hell he was doing either. The interviewer like, that was a good question. Don't tell shit. That was a good question about that shit. But glad you asked that. So I'm glad you asked that. So yeah, you know, we said baby then, you know, you said something to baby. So, you know, yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. That was good, man. I don't know, man. Oh, nigga, boy, if you set this old ass dude down, who the hell is this dude? You know what I'm saying? Shit. He was high lips, the cracks of his lips just white as hell. Just trying to pack that whole damn situation up. Just pack that whole situation up. That dude's lips was crusty in the motherfucker. Shit, that was a good question right there. That was good. Hey, that was good. You add that. I'm glad you add that. I'm glad you add that. I'm glad you add me that. So yeah, that dude was over there. Lips about crusty as hell. Somebody can get that nigga a bottle of water. Shit. Next time you do an interview, my nigga, get you a bottle of water, okay? Get that man a bottle of goddamn water. Sheesh. Get you one of these, man. It's like shit. Just get off camera real quick. Then hit that motherfucking water, dog. Hit that water, okay? Hit that water, man. Get them lips right, man. You gotta get the lips right, man. Ladies can't be looking at you with your lips crusty, man. Can't happen like that, brother. It just can't happen like that, my brother. So yeah, man. Let's say he needs some Vaseline. Yeah, niggas did something, my nigga. Yeah, your shit was fucked up. So yeah, you need Vaseline, aloe vera, something, man. Shit, at this point, put some Neosporin on that shit, something. That shit, because if you would have smiled too quick, your lips would have bled. I'm be real. If you would have smiled laughed real hard, real quick, your lips was gonna bleed, my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's go. Damn, I dropped my damn phone. They're like, man, Ratchet was fucking up. Shit. Hold on. Damn. All right. So Vaseline with cocoa butter. Yeah, anything, money, anything, dog, anything. But what you had going on with your crusty Boosie lips, with your little crusty little Boosie lips. Come on, Vlad. Come on, man. Come on, man. Boosie ugly ass nigga. Boosie looks just like Flavor Flav. I can't unsee it. Boosie is Flavor Flav's son. I'm convinced. Boosie is Flavor Flav's son. I'm convinced that motherfucker is related to Flavor Flav. Boosie is one ugly motherfucker. God, leave Boosie ugly. Hey, double tap that screen for me, y'all. Double tap that screen. I'll be glad when he takes his little cricket looking ass to jail. I'll be so glad when Boosie take his little cricket looking ass to jail. Double tap that screen for me, gang. Double tap that screen for me. CC Love, thank you for the $20. I appreciate you, CC. Salute, salute, salute. Thank you for the love. We at 252, man. We 48 away from 300 buns. I don't know if we gonna get that 300 buns, but man, and now is the time to do it. If you're gonna do it now. If you're gonna drop me a 50 piece off, drop me a 50 piece off right now. I mean, I'm just saying, just last call for drinks. You know what I'm saying? Going once, going twice. Nah, I appreciate our love tonight, man. Y'all showed up, showed out, man. Y'all showed up and showed out. More new music is coming out pretty soon. I got one more studio session and we wrapping this album up. We doing an album release party on Halloween. So everybody, we're gonna do a few contests. And I'm thinking about doing a contest on Halloween night. The best, I'm gonna drop some songs. I'm gonna have some ladies come up, do they dance to some of my songs while the song's going. And we probably gonna do like a $500 prize for the best lady with the best outfit with the best dance moves that night. I'm thinking about just going in my pocket and pulling out $500. That's what I'm feeling like doing. I'm feeling like I'm gonna drop my album and I'm feeling like I'm gonna spend some money that night. I feel like I might just pull some money out of my pockets and just give it to the best dressed lady with the best dance moves that night. So y'all get y'all shit ready for Halloween because it's going down. Ratchet dropping his album on Halloween, so I want y'all to get ready to turn up with your boy, get your bottles ready. It's going down Halloween night. I'm being real with y'all. It's going down on Halloween night. So y'all get ready, man. So we gonna see. I said, okay, now the ladies come with you. I'm gonna go in my pocket. You better come on with it. Y'all better put them sexy ass outfits on for Halloween and come turn up with the king. You know what I'm talking about? So ladies, get ready. It's going down Halloween night. It's going down Halloween night. Man. Damn, somebody got hidden. Said I'm broke. Well, I didn't ask you for no money. I didn't ask you for nothing. I just said if you want to support, drop a 50 piece. If not, it's all good. Just double tap the screen. I ain't asked you if you had no money. We good. But you being broke, I mean, that's tough. But salute to you. Salute. That's tough for you being broke. But so I'm ready for the drop. Oh, it's going down. It's going down on Halloween night. And we got some new music coming before then. Probably next week y'all will get some new music. Not probably. Y'all will get the rest of the album will be complete next week. It'll be done 100%. So get ready to turn up with the gang. Get ready to turn up with the king. It's going down. Free Puff. Y'all already know how we gonna get up out this motherfucker, man. I'll come back in just a second, man. Let's go. Let's turn up real quick before we get the fuck up off here, man. Let's go. You know, if this is a Puff, man, we gotta do this for Puff, man. Let's go. Ratchet girls everywhere. If it ain't about no money, Ratchet just don't care. I'm the tall, slim, fly guy. Ladies call me Papa. Better get your girl, cause she probably on my rock star. Ratchet, can you please stop smoking Lala? JY Trot, I'm a thug, I'm a die high. I be out in Jersey, pumping curvy. Yeah, I know you heard me. The girls never curve me. Girls wanna cuff me when I'm in the club, G. No, I know they mans be wanting to slug me. Is it cause I move as smooth as clutch threes? Or be at the bar with too much bubbly? Yo, I think it must be the girls wanna fuck me. Or it's just simply the girls just love me. Brothers wanna fuck my hoes, rock my clothes, live my life, pull out scraps in my life. I'm like, damn, how them haters get so pissed? Used to be my dog, how he gon' plot on my chick? Do you think he snaked me cause he hate me? Or he got his CBD, cock blocking degree? Quit that. You know your shit whack. Where your chicks at? Where your whips at? Wherever you been, dog, I done been there. Whatever you did, dog, I done did that. Don't knock me cause you're boring. With me, she awake, with you, she snoring. Simply, a lot of men be wanting to end me cause their words just don't offend me. I spend cheese, yeah, about a 10 piece, then come home to plenty, spoiled Frenchies. You name it, I can claim it. Young, black, and famous with money like I came from Cambridge. And when you need a hit, who you go and get? Bet against us? Not a sure bet. We make hits that'll rearrange a whole set. I got bitches that I ain't even fucked yet. Bad boy, can't be faded. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Take that. That's right. Oh man. CC said she want Ratchet to put hot baby oil on. I seen your comment, CC. CC said, I want you to put some hot baby oil on me. Every time I hear that song, I want hot baby oil on my booty. I think that's what you're saying, CC loves.
Hey, y'all know the king back. I'm the realest one in it, put my city on my back. Ain't nobody left to put this city on the map. Plus y'all know I'm hotter than them boys in the trap. Still live above the law, still got it on my lap. I hear a lot of talking, but I hear a lot of cap. Came in the game with money, I don't even gotta rap. Boy, you better ask your chick the way I got her running back. OMG, OMG, oh my God. Musta lost service cause you ain't got bars. You know I'm real arrogant because I'm unflawed. Tell them boys, man, ain't nobody with the oh my God, get the strap, fuck the law, grab a neck, break a jaw. Good luck, man, we ain't even got to smack cause I got them all loose. I ain't say it with your chest, so I don't gotta do it. Yeah, I'm blessed, so I got them all choose. Walk in with a check and grab your chick by the booty. Tequila got me vibing, I ain't popping no pill. Cause most these boys junkies and I gotta keep it real. Name your girl hospital, cause that throat ill. Don't be texting my phone, that type of smoke will get you killed. Better do your homework, I ain't calling no cop. Ask the last boy that tried, ran that boy up out his sock. Everybody think it's sweet till them bullets start to pop. Even on a cold day, I'll make a block get hot. OMG, OMG, oh my God. Musta lost service cause you ain't got bars. You know I'm real arrogant because I'm unflawed. Tell them boys, man, ain't nobody with the oh my God, get the strap, fuck the law, grab a back, break a jaw. Good luck, man, ain't nobody with the oh my God, get the strap, fuck the law, grab a back, break a jaw. Good luck, man, ain't nobody with the ain't nobody with the
Alright, I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek on one of these beats. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek on. I might give y'all two. I might give y'all a sneak peek on two beats though. Hold, let's see. Give y'all a sneak peek on some shit. Speakers and knock some shit off my goddamn counter. Y'all hear that shit? But them 808's going. Happy birthday, CC. Man. Happy birthday, CC. I might give y'all one more. Let me see which one I want to give y'all. I don't even remember which one I want to give. No, not that one. Was it this one? I don't even think this was it either. Shit. Boy, I'm knocking shit off my goddamn walls with this goddamn shit. My damn light done damn it came down on this motherfucker. Shit. That's how you know we got some damn good ass 808s, and that wasn't even the beat I was looking for. I think this is it. Is this it? I think this is it. I think this is it right here. I think this is it right here. That's it. That's it right there. That's that one too. I got some shit for y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I got some shit. I got some shit coming, y'all. Y'all just be on the lookout, man. Your boy got some shit for y'all soon. I got some shit for y'all, man. Hey, the album coming out soon, man. Y'all get ready. Halloween night is going down up in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to the game, man. We gone. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gone, man. Said, are you signing the rainwater? Hell no. The fuck I look like signing the rainwater? I ain't signing to nobody. The fuck? Hey man, I'm gone, man. I love y'all, Ratchet Gang. This your boy Big Ratchet. That's Ratchet Gang. And this is Ratchet TV. Man, I'm finna get the hell up off here and go eat and get these damn puppies and do my damn thing. Salute to y'all for pulling up, popping out, showing up, and showing out. We will be back tomorrow night. Yeah, y'all heard my dogs barking. It's time for me to get out this motherfucker. I'm gone, gang. I love y'all, man. Salute to all for all the donations, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, I'm coming. All right, I'm gone, y'all.